It's your boy Mills.
It's your boy Shan.
It's your boy Manson Moose.
Here we go.
Oh my God, is that the Faces of the Future? Welcome to episode 91 of the Faces of the Future podcast. It's your boy Mills.
It's your boy Shan.
It's your boy Manson Moose. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's good, y'all? We back, man.
We back.
It's been a minute.
I'm here with the world class travelers, Mills and Moose.
We call this
The world class travelers. I'm trying to get like y'all.
I'm trying to get like you. I'm trying to get like you.
I'm trying to be like you.
World class
You the
travelers.
family man now. I'm
Family
trying to
man.
be like you.
Family man
Hey.
at the family plan.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Ringed up when the seat on the way, huh?
Huh?
What did you say? I said ringed up when the seat on the way, huh?
Oh man, I mean, stay tuned. stay tuned. You know what I'm saying?
Cuddy my guard with that one.
Stay tuned.
Shit, it's been what, like 3-4 months since we last recorded, huh?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Something like
minute.
that.
It's been a minute, but we all kind of been like moving and shaking though. So I mean,
Yeah.
it makes sense since we last recorded though. What y'all been up to?
I mean, it's been a quick summer, man. I mean, I was telling you that before we started recording. I feel like the summer went by like that. You know what I'm saying?
Stupid
I feel
fast.
like it's already like the school buses just got off the road. Now here they come again.
Yeah, nah,
You know what I'm saying?
It went hella fast. Cause obviously like we and Mills been to Toronto together. Like I felt like after Toronto, like shit just went by like that.
Yo,
Yeah.
Cause like I'm like, all right, cool. Like it's August, and then like I ain't really peep, and I'm like, yo, like September really next week.
yeah, bro, it's almost Labor Day.
Time went by fast.
did.
Even before we hit Toronto, I felt like the year in general just been moving by fast. Like Q1 for me was like this. Like I felt like all the way up to my birthday, like my birthday came was a snap, and then after
Word.
that it was even a snap. You feel me? Because
Word.
that was the last time. I mean, it wasn't the last time we was all together, but that was the time we was all together. And then after that, it was like it was a minute before.
Oh yeah, we went to Fogo.
Yeah, we went to Fogo. You feel me?
yeah.
And then after that, it just seems like dang, like Moose just said, we in September. We got to be in
Yeah,
September.
that
bro.
was one of the last times that I had seen y'all. I mean, I only seen y'all. This is like my second time seeing y'all since then because right after that is when my mother-in-law had the stroke, and then I was out for I didn't see y'all for a grip after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So it's really been like a minute since I seen y'all. Like real rap. I just been watching y'all have a good time. That's all.
How's it feel to be back? So tell me this: since you was out for like, cause you were the first 4 episodes you were there, I think, of last season, and then after that, what happened, and then you came back for the last episode. So what did it feel like just sitting out a little bit?
I mean, it definitely hurt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was tuned in. Like I said, there was a lot of things Move said that I was like, come on, fam. You know what I'm saying? And I hadn't even said that on when I came on the last episode of last season. So, but more than anything, man, I just miss being around y'all more than anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like I miss coming kicking in with my guys. Like it was different. Like I used to come up to my crib at the time. You know what I'm saying? So it was just everything was just different. So I mean, thankfully now my mother-in-law is in good shape. I mean, thank the Lord that she pulled through. She's like a walking miracle. I can't even put it into words. So I mean, that's really all that matters. But the summer's been quick. Just to put it into like perspective, because y'all know how I am. I only went to the beach 3 times this summer.
Yeah, that's unheard of for you.
Yeah, and that's usually like
That's
an
like-
every weekend thing.
Yeah,
I didn't really have the time to,
you usually
and the weather wasn't really that
usually
cooperative.
Usually
Yeah,
on the
that's
beach like every week,
Every weekend.
every weekend, and then like you said, the weather this year was kind of
It didn't really cooperate.
It didn't cooperate summer. I don't think I hit the. I maybe hit the. I don't think I hit the beach locally at all this
Right.
summer. To be honest, like
Right.
when we went to like Puerto Rico or whatever, and then we took a couple trips we did. But like other than that, like when I was out in LA, but like other than that, not really. Like locally, Jersey, nah, bro. I didn't really touch the beach.
Right.
Which is kind of crazy because that's a mainstay. Like
In the summertime, that's what we do.
At least hit it once, even if you're not even chilling there. But like you said, to be back like recording. It's good, bro. The energy's good. We got Nudie Mac in here.
Yeah, Nudie Mac. I ain't
Nudie
seen
in the
Nudie Mac
back.
in
I ain't seen
years,
Nudie Mac.
bro.
You feel me?
Mac
He
in the
here.
building.
I walked
So-
in the crib like, yo, it's Nudie Mac.
Facts. So it's good to have him back, and it's just good to be around you guys. You feel me? But I don't know. I'm gonna ask you guys both this, since we had time to we haven't really had the time to chop it up or discuss on our in-depth conversations like we normally do on the pod. Like, what's the biggest thing you guys learned since being away from the pod? Like in terms, because 4 months, like a whole quarter, we didn't get to really see each other, be in the mix and have conversations. So I don't know. Let's reflect a little bit on what we
Honestly, man, I feel like we just at the point in our lives where. So we all used to work out with Coach Lou, right? Our guy.
Yeah.
Something that he always preached to us was how valuable time was. And he used to always say, like, y'all don't understand. Like, I'm giving you all my time, and I don't have to. Now, being in the position that we are now at this age, I see what he was talking about. The value of time. Like, you really don't be having time to do stuff, and you really can't put too much on your plate.
Facts.
Is what I really been trying to kind of realizing over these last couple of months is, like, you got to really put your time into places where it's really going, where you can get the most out of it. You know, like if it's something that's going to waste your time, I get what he was saying when he was like, I ain't fucking with y'all right now because y'all wasting my time.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I see the value of what he was talking about as a 16, 17-year-old. That shit, I was like, man, come on, what you talking about?
Yeah, we don't really know.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not in perspective at all.
Right now, it's like, I don't want to go out after work. I want to go home and chill.
You want to chill.
You know what I'm saying? So your time is valuable, man. That's really and life is short.
Yeah.
This whole situation with my mother-in-law, I mean, like, in the blink of an eye, things can just, your whole world flips.
100%.
It literally flips on its head, and just
even from that aspect, it's just like the time going like this, like, just does it feel like you was just 21 not too long ago?
yeah,
That's a
Like,
fact.
like you,
like, yo, like, I graduated high school 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
A decade,
it's crazy.
10 years. Like, I'm 2 years away from 30. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even want to think about that.
Like,
we
it's
was thinking that was
crazy.
so far away not too long
Yo,
ago.
what?
We hear now like, dang, motherfuckers got gray hairs now. You
Facts,
feel me?
bro.
Motherfuckers is balding. It's like,
For yourself, nigga.
not me. I'm not talking about
For
me. Some
yourself.
people we know. You
Shit,
feel me?
I
You
started
see me? I
balding.
got a full head of nappy
I started
hair right
balding
now.
at 16, so shit.
16.
Only Cope Cuts used to save my shit though. Shout out to Cope Cuts, he used
Shout out
to
to-
save my shit. But
Shane got one cut, the Kobe Bean. That's it.
that's all I can have. That's all I can have.
Yeah,
Now
the Kobe
I
Bean.
get the fade every now and then, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I be like, man, I'm about to just buzz this shit down. Ain't no point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, life, the joys.
Nah, facts, but the time thing, that's true, bro. And then even with the time, I feel like I find myself getting a little more short-tempered when it comes to things that, like you said, are wasting your time. Like, why am I here?
Why am I here?
Or you say you step out, you just rather than going home one night, like how you say sometimes after work you want to just go chill. This time you decide to go out just to step out to change it up, but it's not what it is. What it used to be. She's like, why am I wasting my time in this space? I could be kicking it. You feel me? I could be kicking it. But
And let me be the first to say, I can't hang like I used to. We used to be able to throw them back and be chilling. Now I'm like 1.5 just. I'm like, yo, I'm good,
your body's slowly deteriorating.
bruh.
It don't operate
Bruh,
like it
it
used
sure
to.
don't, because I used to think, man, remember we used to go to those concerts at like Susquehanna Bank Center in Camden.
Yeah.
Niggas was going through bottles by themselves
Yeah.
and functioning.
Them four locals.
Yo, when I think about it now, I'm like, yo, I don't know how the fuck we was doing that shit.
bro, people. I don't know how we surviving in the
Mindset.
summer heat.
Yo, ain't have
And you
no.
really be sweating
Yo,
too
this
in the
had
summertime.
all vodka, no water, bro.
He said mindset, bro.
We was just trying to be turned. You know what I'm saying? We was trying to. We was
All
trying to
vodka,
be turned.
no
No
water.
water, bro. Mouth dry as hell.
Next day be hurting.
Hurting.
Be hurting. Body be dehydrated, motherfucker. Like, why I hurt so
For
bad?
real.
I ain't never drinking again.
Facts,
Do the
bro.
same thing next week.
Facts, man.
the
Those were
same
the
thing
times.
next
But on that same note though, it's like at the same time that you understand that, you know, people be wasting your time, you don't be around things that waste your time. You always want to cherish the moments that you do have with people. You feel me? Because it's like, I think that one of the things that have taught me like this year was just like, yo, the people that care about you and the people that you do care about, you always want to make sure that you cherish those moments, because you never know when you're gonna get those moments again. You know,
Facts.
like I like people know from like I think last season or 2 seasons ago, like I lost my homie. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's been hard because, you know, you've been dealing, like I've been dealing with other people passing away now, because I gotta go to the funeral on Saturday. You feel me? But it's like at the same time, it's like you want to always cherish like people that really fuck with you and people that like respect you, people that respect your time, stuff like that. Because when people go, you know what I'm saying, and when that time for them to leave, you'll cherish the fact that you actually got to spend time with them, the fact that you got to be in a position where, you know, you appreciated good moments like this. You know what I'm saying? Because you never get this stuff forever, and not even from the standpoint of like people, you know, unfortunately pass away, just from the fact that people get older, people move, all that stuff. Like, you're going to cherish those moments because, you know, you're never going to be able to be in the same exact space, in the same exact time, with the same exact mindset ever again. So it's like, you just got to cherish those moments that you have with people 24/7, bro, because you're not going to get that same exact experience again.
Do you feel like numb to it kind of now, you think? Like losing people? Because it's happened so frequently?
That's a deep conversation.
Yeah, because for me, damn, thinking about it, like, because it was COVID, I lost 3 people of COVID. Then Beans happened. Then something else happened in that year. I know somebody else passed that I knew. I think my great grandmom died. Then came back, my homie died again. Then I lost somebody like a month or 2 ago, and I just lost somebody last week. So it's like at this point, it's like it's not fun. I don't want to say I'm numb to it because it's like I have a very delayed response to things because like I'm the type of dude where it's like I won't cry when I hear somebody die, but best believe at a funeral I'll bawl my eyes out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me, it's like I have a very bad delayed response. So it's like I'll see when I go there on Saturday, but like I won't say I'm numb to it. It's just the way I carry my emotions is very different. Like I have to be in the moment for me to like see that shit, you know? So
to piggyback off of that, bro, like when it comes to delayed emotion, I think that's the perfect way to like phrase that. I won't say I'm numb to those type of things either, but those types of like traumatic experiences have happened so often where it's like, I don't know, I guess we're numb to the initial reaction, if that makes sense. You know how like people that I'm numb to that shock state, I guess you could say.
I say that to say because I feel like over the last couple of years since COVID, like everything that's happened is just like nothing even like phases you, like shit you see on TV, like nothing even like makes you think like, oh damn, that's crazy. It's like
that's what I'm saying. The shock factor.
It's another fucking day.
The shock factor's gone. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
There is no shock factor. Like before, you see some stuff that's out of the blue that you've never seen on a daily basis. It's like, damn, this should be happening.
Right.
This was happening over here in this spot, but you see it. Yeah. You see it on the regular. Like think about like when Chief Keef first popped out. We're like, oh, this is what's happening in Chicago. Like, oh shit, this is crazy over here. Now, a decade later, it's like this is the norm. We see videos in every city of this type of thing popping on.
Even like Philly, like I said, like you see, just another day in North Philly. And now, like, that shit is starting to sprinkle, like, in Center City, downtown.
Yeah.
Like, motherfuckers getting robbed in Rittenhouse Square in Old City. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like these motherfuckers don't give a shit about where you are. Like, we was talking about going to Made in America, and I was like, damn, I wonder how many fucking shootings is going to happen. What kind of shit is that?
Once that shit happened at the Roots, after the Roots picnic, bro, on South Street, I'm like, all right, now y'all drawing.
It's
for
like,
real.
yo,
it
like,
doesn't make any sense.
You want to go have a good time, but it's like, man, I can't even fuck with my own city because I know niggas be wilding, bro.
Yeah, facts.
And I'd be damned if I let, you know, you feel a certain responsibility when you have like your wife and shit with you and like their like her little sister and their family. Like I feel like a responsibility. Something happened to them, I ain't never gonna be able to get over that shit.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Cause I feel like I won't be able to protect them like as a man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't even put yourself in that position.
Yeah.
So like
that's why I haven't been in. That's why I mean, granted, I do go out to Philly occasions, but I don't be in Philly past a certain time because it's like, bro, like I don't even want to deal with that type of shit or even just be in a position where I might have to. Like it's just like, bro, I'm going home. I'm going home to sleep. I'm watching. Like I don't want no trouble. At my big age,
was cool because like, all right, you don't go to north, you don't go south. You know what I'm saying? You know where to stay away from.
Yeah.
Now that shit is sprinkled in the downtown, it's like you can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy.
That's facts. And I guess just to answer my own question, since I'm the only one I guess didn't put my input in. When it comes to being away from the pod and things that I guess I've learned or kind of like just had to sit back and reflect on is just the deprogramming aspect of everything. Like I feel like as like creatives, just people in general, we get caught up in like moving and shaking and things of that nature, and we absorb all these different types of things, and we never really just give ourselves a chance to just sit down for a second and just like realize the experiences that we went to or just taking the moments that we're in, things of that nature. It's always like what's happening next. So I guess like this time off I got a chance to like really just sit back and I don't know, think about some accomplishments or think about things that didn't transpire the way I wanted to, or just think about just vacations that I had and just learning how to enjoy stuff in the moment. Because like Moose was saying, it all ties back into each other. Is like we're never gonna have that one moment that we're in right now, the conversations, things of that nature. So like I guess just like he said, it's just a matter of just enjoying and being present. That's the biggest thing. Just learning how to be present in every situation.
Yeah, and I'll just add one more thing to that. Another reason that we have to is because we don't know where life is going to take any of us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like any of us could branch out. I mean, Nudie was just out on the West Coast. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we never know what kind of opportunities are going to come along. You know, we don't know, you know, if it could be our last pod before Moose goes to law school in D.C. or Mills wants to move to the 6 or move out west. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we really got to, like you said, live in the now for sure.
100%.
I mean, I might move to the 6 with Mills, but, you know.
Moose still fell in love with it. Shout out to all our people out there, man. Showed us a good time.
Timing. Time is ticking. That's all I'm gonna say.
Moose saw him something up there and said, "I'm never coming back."
Bro, what? Some ting? I saw some tings, bro. Some tings.
This man, he's waiting for that moment.
I said it, bro. My wife is either in Toronto.
Oh man, here he goes.
It's in the UK.
This boy want to be
In the UK
Boy want to be top boy.
or Toronto, bro. It's one of those two options.
Swear he top boy. Yo, boy, swear he heady one, bro.
Bro, Heady One is really my guy, bro. Y'all don't understand. Heady One is nah, he's Ghanaian, but he Ghanaian, but he really might be the best drill rapper in the UK. But we're not gonna talk about that.
Is Last the song of the summer?
Of course.
I
Everybody knows.
I just saying.
I played it here. The craziest thing is I played it here last time. I'm like, yo, I was listening to him like,
You said it.
I'm like, nah, this song gonna go crazy.
Word.
The night that it dropped, me and him was recording. I'm like, yeah, nah, this song about to go crazy. And since then, that shit went nuts, bro.
Last is one of the records, bro. The whole project is like that.
That whole shit went crazy.
Burner got the like. If you don't have it, like if you don't listen to world music, whatever it is, whatever category you want to put it in, I just think it's music because it's worldwide. Like
That J Hus verse, that might be top 5 most disrespectful
Cloak and
things.
Dagger?
Top 5 most disrespectful things. That man dropped the verse, knowing damn well he ain't dropped nothing in 3 years. Disappeared, nothing. You don't hear nothing. Oh man,
That project from top to
finish is nuts.
It's nuts. Who do you think had like the biggest like summer this year in terms of like artists?
Oh, definitely Burna Boy.
Do
Like,
you think bigger than like Bad Bunny and them?
I mean, yeah, because Bad
Bunny.
I think, no, but think about it though. How many times you heard more Burna Boy than Bad Bunny? I'm not saying Bad Bunny don't got it.
I don't know. I've heard Bad Bunny just as much because but when we were in Puerto Rico, bro,
That's all they play.
Bro,
He is
we did
God.
Oh yeah, but
Oh
not
my
not to be like
even when we was in Toronto.
No cat. Bad Bunny is that nigga.
no, he is that nigga. He is that nigga.
Like-
but what I'm saying is Burna Boy equally that nigga.
Is
I don't know about that.
who's the bigger artist right now?
I don't know.
Burna Boy or Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny.
but I mean,
Bad Bunny.
it's gonna be Bad Bunny.
Worldwide.
It's gonna be
Bad Bunny.
Mm,
Bad Bunny is
Worldwide?
Bad Bunny right
but
now.
world.
bro.
But think about it. Though,
All right,
world. You get what I mean?
Facts,
It's like
facts.
like
All right, where we at in the U.S.?
okay.
I don't know. It might be
That one's
split.
a little. That's
up
a
in the
little
air.
hard. That's a little
US
hard.
is up in the air.
U.S. is up in the
You
air
think so?
because depending on where you go, depending on where you go.
it just
All right,
depends.
that's
It just
fair.
depends. It just depends.
That's fair.
But the only reason but the Latino population is so heavy, like Bad Bunny just
They say Bad Bunny.
No,
is
Bad
drone.
Bad Bunny
bro.
is different.
He is different.
Bad Bunny is different. Like
Bro,
that's what I'm saying.
I
It's
think
either
Bad-
him. It's Burna Boy or Bad Bunny.
No cap. I've always like listened to Spanish music, but his shit,
His shit's
you
different.
can just let that shit just play.
You know, he's that guy. He's that guy.
I think he
They got a song together.
status wise.
Wait, so what was like in PR? It was crazy. They loved him out there. That's all you heard.
Bro. Yes, but when we were in the scene, bro, like we went to this like bar like in Old San Juan.
Oh,
We was in this like a small joint like this. It was a vibe. You feel me?
Straight.
We was in there.
Bunny.
I was like, Bad Bunny going on. Everybody just go crazy. Like, people just vibing. You know what I'm saying? You know, early, so you get in there, people just drinking. It's the bar or whatever. DJ really starts spinning, and out there they really be dancing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, they dance, so
Yeah.
it's like
No, but that's a fact though.
They really
No,
be out-
they be going crazy.
They be going crazy.
So it's
That
like out
they
here,
do.
but out here, think about it. At the club, it's trap music. People be standing in bottles out there. Nah,
They're
like,
dancing,
if
bro.
you're not dancing,
Yeah, they are.
you a lane. You feel
Yeah,
me?
you can't.
So
You
gotta
can't
be
go
in
to
the
one of
mix.
them clubs and not
People,
dance.
people come out there, they sweating. It don't even matter out there.
Right.
We worried about out here. We worried about our fit, looking like people out there. They be go out there that fun. So it's
what it's
when
about.
that Bad Bunny come on.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro! I never see
Goes crazy,
a
huh?
switch just flip like that. I'm just like, yo,
No, it's nuts.
We really outside right now.
Nah,
Like, we
facts,
really
nah,
outside.
facts.
That's why everybody in America making them dance albums now, because everybody trying to make that transition to the world. And it's like US kind of late on it.
like Drizzy's album that he dropped.
Not even just Drizzy, Beyonce.
Did y'all like that project?
I thought
Yeah.
I
I loved it.
I think that's one of his best
yeah.
projects.
People were saying that joint was
Nudie
trash,
Mac
bro.
ain't like it.
Nah, you wasn't listening to
You
it
wasn't
right
listening
place, bro.
outside.
Nah,
You wasn't
bro.
outside.
You was in the crib. You was in the crib.
I went to Vegas. That shit
Oh, yeah, you did.
spins.
Yeah, no, it
that
does.
shit spins in Vegas. Went outside. When we was in Toronto, when we went to Cabana, shit was spinning. Like that shit spin.
Word.
Like F Jimmy Cooks, that whole thing spins,
word.
bruh.
No, word.
Whole thing goes crazy.
I love that album.
But I mean,
that album went hard. I'm trying to think. I was about to ask you a question, but I just forgot.
you want to ask that question that you think that you was right about Beyonce and Chris Brown?
We can have that conversation. Do we have
You're
that conversation
wrong.
on here?
What are you talking?
He
Oh,
said
okay,
They
okay.
said who's a better. He said who's a better dancer, Beyonce or Chris Brown?
Chris Brown.
Breezy.
Chris
No.
Brown.
No,
Chris Brown?
no, no.
Beyonce?
Beyonce is better than Chris Brown.
Bro, Breezy is like Michael Jackson, bro.
No, he's not.
Bro, dancing,
No, he's
bro.
not.
Dancing.
All right.
Yo, dancing is what he does.
Okay, wait, no, wait, all right, ready? No, wait, hold on. No, wait, no, I got this. I
I'm
got
about to
this.
put a poll up
No,
on
wait,
IG.
no, wait. I'm gonna set the tone. I'm gonna set the tone now. I'm gonna let the tone. I'm gonna set the tone now.
Breezy won with a. I put the poll up on the gram.
F the poll.
He went with a landslide.
F the poll.
And a
Wait,
lot, bro, that
no.
was my most clicked poll too.
No,
that was
bro.
my most clicked poll.
You want to know why?
And everybody said
Listen,
Beyonce
listen.
over Breezy?
Yes, put it like this, right? Name an iconic dance that Chris Brown got.
What?
An iconic dance from any of his songs.
Need to be a dance.
It do. You want to know why?
Why?
Name an iconic dance that Beyonce got.
You're gonna say the single ladies joint?
You can do Single Ladies. You can do Crazy in Love. You can do
Just because you have choreographed,
but that's my point, though.
No, just because
No,
you have,
but wait,
listen, just because you have choreographed stuff doesn't mean you're a better dancer.
But
Bro,
my thing
if
is,
Beyonce,
Paula
hold
You
on.
wanna know
got
why?
some choreographed stuff. She's not better than
but
Chris
we're
Brown.
not. But we're not
Hold
gonna talk about no Paula Abdul, bro.
Hold
Come on
on.
now, bro.
This
Bro,
is what
come
I'm
on now.
saying.
You're capping.
This is what I'm saying. If Beyonce and Chris Brown's on the stage, stomp the yard style, he's eating her the
No,
fuck
he's
up.
not. No, he's not.
He gonna eat her the fuck up.
No, he's not.
Bro,
He's not crushing
the
her, but
thing
He's
is
gonna
because
do,
Beyonce-
bro.
here's the
win,
thing.
Bro, let me tell you this.
I
Let me
give
tell you
Beyonce
this.
respect.
Let me
though.
tell you
So
this.
put it like this.
He will do every move that she does better than her.
And you want to know something? Beyonce will do half the shit that Chris Brown does in heels better than him.
No, she won't.
she
Yes,
won't.
she will.
She's not
She
doing
won't.
the
Yes, she
joint.
will.
won't.
Yes,
She's
she
not,
will,
bro.
Yes,
She's
she
not
will.
doing this shit with the elbow like he did in Stomp the Yard.
He
With
trying
that
to
shit on the
get in his
elbow.
good graces.
No,
again.
but
He don't even
No,
believe
but
what
think
he's
about
saying.
that. Though. I do believe I wholeheartedly believe Beyonce is better than Chris Brown.
At dancing.
Yes.
Alright. Can you think Beyonce can do a backflip and land on beat?
Yes.
You're capping. Yo,
Yes. Yes. I think that Beyonce is a better dancer. That's just me though.
What is she?
I think Chris
All right,
Brown is
all right,
better
let me ask
because
you
he
this.
just
All right,
I think that
Let me ask you this.
Off the strength.
All right,
I think that
you-
because
you-
because put it like this. I think that if we're gonna look at dance as a whole, right? Okay, if you want to say that, okay, Chris Brown naturally knows how to do certain things. In my opinion, right? If you look at all the dances that Chris Brown does, Chris Brown's not even the best dancer in the dances that he does. What does he do? He crumps, he pops, and he break dances.
You could probably say the same thing about Beyonce.
No. Because I think that Beyonce has probably one of the best choreographed dances ever.
That's
She
choreographed.
does.
You
She
can
does.
do
But what I'm saying, but that
Chris
still
Brown's
counts.
choreographed
No,
stuff.
but
He
that
gonna be
counts.
on
But that counts as a part of dancing. But
this
when you
nigga
come
Chris
down,
Brown
but wait.
does his dance.
No, but what I'm saying, but think about it like this, right? For
I'm
dancers,
about to debunk
no,
this.
he's not.
I'm about
For
to debunk
dancers,
this.
would you put Chris Brown better? Would you say Chris Brown's better than any of the Jabberwockies?
Yes.
What?
I mean,
What?
Chris Brown can't.
Better than the Jabberwocky? Oh no, you're bugging.
No.
You're bugging.
Look at
The
it like
Jabberwockies.
this. Look at it like this. Look at it like this. Look at it like this. I put it like this.
Jabberwockies are
You
tough.
no, Jabberwockies are tough. They're like
But I would take Chris Brown.
I'm not taking Chris Brown. over
Listen to what I'm
Jabberwocky.
saying though is all these groups and people that you're naming are known for doing choreographed dance, and you're saying Chris Brown is just known off to be naturally giftedly talented. That should show you how great he is in general.
But even if you take out the choreographed dancing, if you take any of the individual Jabberwockies and put them against Chris Brown, against that
We're talking about
specific type of
Beyonce and Chris
dancing.
Brown. We're
Well,
not
no, but
talking
I'm
about
saying
Beyonce.
no, but
We're
wait,
talking
no,
about
but wait,
Beyonce.
Fuck the choreography, bro.
Fuck
the choreography, bro.
Everybody, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No,
We're not
wait.
talking about
No,
that.
this is what he does. He doesn't let me finish the point of what I'm trying to say, right?
go ahead, finish.
What I'm trying to say is that I said Chris Brown's not the best dancer in any of the specific stuff that he does. If you compare him to any of the best dancers in the stuff that he does, he's not the best. He's not even top 5, right?
But what is
and
it-
my thing is, and why I say that is when you put that against somebody who's naturally good at something specific in dancing,
here's
you
the
make
thing, bro.
you can't have an argument
But
about
you
that.
sitting here acting. Hold on, Mills. Hold on. You sitting here acting like he couldn't do none of them choreographed
But
dances,
what I'm
bro.
saying is, but there's a difference between you doing choreographed dances and somebody doing choreographed dances in stilettos. With ease.
All right, that is impressive. I'm not saying.
But that's my
Here's the
point.
thing. I'm not saying
That's my
she's
point.
not nice. She the queen. I'm gonna give it to her.
We're not saying that.
I
We're not
think
saying
Beyonce is better
I'm
than Chris
saying
Brown.
this. If I say, yo,
naturally gifted.
dance right now, Chris Brown, he gonna hop into it with some shit I ain't never seen.
He gonna hit
Beyonce,
a
I don't
pop
know.
lock, he gonna hit a little.
Beyonce might have to think about it real quick.
No, she won't.
I don't know, bro.
So you
won't,
say
bro.
you have both of them right now and say dance.
I would never
Chris
do
Brown
that.
crazy.
I would
Chris Brown about to go crazy.
I would never do that. I would never do that to two black people. But I get what you mean.
Bro,
Chris Brown about to hit a little pop lock.
He about to go crazy.
A little move.
Nah, bro.
Alright,
Y'all not giving
Alright,
Beyonce enough credit, bro.
Yes, we are.
Let me ask you this: what's Chris Brown's like top 3 genres of dancing?
I would say it's popping. I would say that it's crumping and probably I guess breakdancing.
Okay, so what does Beyonce? Does Beyonce do any 3 of those better than him? No.
No.
All right, continue.
But, okay, so my thing is, but my thing is, does Chris Brown does choreographed dance better than Beyonce?
He never danced the heel, so I have no idea.
But take the heels out. Is he a better choreographed dancer than Beyonce?
Choreographed dancer, I think.
Have you?
I honestly think
I've seen him choreograph dance.
If you would have just put him in her place and let him do the same dance she does, it might look fucking better, bro.
No, it won't, bro.
I think it might look the exact same, and I also think there will be way more fucking energy into it than her.
Nah, bro.
I won't say energy.
No.
I won't say energy.
I will.
I think it's gonna look different. I think it'll look different, but I think I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, when it just comes to like I just said, like we talking about talent in terms of dancing. It's like you have two people in front of you. Like I want to see y'all dance, whatever it may be, bro. Chris Brown, I think Chris Brown about to go crazy. Not saying Beyonce not gonna go crazy. I give Beyonce in the sense that you're saying when it comes to that choreograph and having them well-known dances, like we're not debating that. We're not debating none of that.
But that's my thing though. My thing is choreographed dance is still a form of dance, and I think that
that's one form.
But that's what I'm saying with Beyonce. When it comes to choreographed dance, Beyonce is the best.
Okay, so it's 3-1.
No, it's not because Chris Brown's not Chris. No,
but you just named 3 categories.
No, wait, no. You said in comparison to Beyonce.
That's what we're doing.
But I'm not doing that because my thing. Because my thing is Beyonce's better than everybody in choreographed dancing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Chris Brown is not in those 3 dances. Y'all can say that he's better than Beyonce, but the thing is, Chris Brown's not even the best at any of those shit that he does.
It's not about him being the best.
Yes,
it's about who's better.
Because my thing is it's the same argument when we talk about music, right? When we talk about niggas that are so good at rapping that some like there's other sliders on there that's like you can overlook. When niggas can really spit, the song making or hit making, you can kind of be like, all right, fine, cool. Like he can't make a hit, but he can spit, right? The sliders kind of come off. With Beyonce's so good at choreographed dancing that when you look at the other sliders like freestyling or breakdancing, you can overlook that. And that's the point of why
not when it comes to comparing Chris Brown, bro. Not when it comes to comparing Chris Brown. No, you can't. Not when it comes bro, they're on 2 different playing fields. So how are you gonna
now they're on 2 different playing fields.
Bro, you just said that. I just tried to say it's 3 versus 1. You're like, nah, because she's choreographed dancing. I said I named 3 categories that Chris Brown dances in. I asked you if Beyonce is better than any of them. You said no.
But she don't have to be.
So how is she a better dancer than him?
Because that's the point of what I'm saying. It's like saying right now, if we were to look at a hit, right? Who makes hits in rap? Name someone who makes hits in rap. Take out Drake, right? Take out Drake.
Kendrick.
All right, so Kendrick, right? Do you think that he has hits, but he don't have hits like say someone like J. Cole? But would you put Kendrick over J. Cole? Well, actually, that's a different conversation. That's a different conversation. No. Conversation done.
Hey, you gotta hear. Episode 91 of the Face of Music podcast.
No.
He just contradicted.
No.
This debate.
Okay, let's use someone like.
I already digressed.
I digress. You can whatever you say now is negated.
No.
You can say whatever. Judge. All right.
Nudie, who better? Beyonce, Chris Brown.
All right,
bro, you're bugging.
All right, next conversation.
Y'all are all bugging. Beyonce's the queen, man.
She's the
queen.
I give her the props in terms of dancing, bro.
It's close. I think it's very close, but I'm just giving the nod to.
I'm not.
I'm not saying she's ass. Like
don't. I understand. I understand what you mean. My point is when you look at dancing, right, or when you look at some of those things, you have to look at things like, all right, Beyonce has iconic dances. Beyonce has stuff that influence other people, right?
For sure.
For Chris Brown, right? Yeah, I'm not saying Chris Brown not good, but the thing is with Chris Brown sometimes is that obviously, because he's so unique in what he does, it makes like, he's so good because nobody else can do what he does. But at the same time, nobody else can choreograph dances, take up the whole stage the way Beyonce does. So my thing is when you look at the argument like that, it's like, all right, cool. It's like someone's individual uniqueness versus somebody who studied something so well to the point where she just does it better than everybody else. So the point is you can kind of overlook other things that may be like, oh, okay, yeah, she can't do this, but it's like she's so good at everything else, my nigga.
I think it's just I think it's just 2 different forms of greatness, bro.
I would love to hear Team Breezy and the Hive have a discussion.
We might have to put that. Yeah, Team Breezy.
That's fine.
That would be some shit. Team Breezy,
because where Tasia at? I was like, she gonna rap Breezy.
She might stab me.
In fact, and the Hive come out crazy.
Yeah.
You can't say nothing about Beyonce.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I'm
but
saying?
no, everything, no, all the arguments you had are very valid, bro.
Yeah,
Very
that's
valid.
that's my
sure.
Very
that's my
valid.
only that's
They're
my only
100%
thing the way I
valid,
look
bro.
at it. Like
Because
I think
because I ain't gonna hold you. I forgot about the stiletto part.
No, this little heel. No, that part. That's a big part.
That
That's why-
matters.
like
That's
you
why I
doing
said it's so
choreographed stuff
close.
in heels,
That
bro.
matters,
like,
bro.
That matters. That matters. It does matter. 100%.
Definitely matters.
and not even just like I said, it's also the it's the iconicness. It's like when we look at rap, niggas think Lil Wayne is so great because everybody knows the Lil Wayne verse. Everybody knows the Lil Wayne verse from start to finish. At least one.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody knows the Drake verse
I'm
at least
thinking of
one.
one right now.
You get what I'm saying?
I started thinking
everybody.
what the fuck was that shit called back in the day? Steady Mob. I don't know why that shit
Yeah.
popped into my head. First song, Breezy, because that was our basketball song. We niggas used to rap that shit from start to finish.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like when you have those certain things, it's like, all right, that's how influence starts and that's how greatness starts. Because like Michael Jackson, right? Even though he was a choreographed dancer, the nigga still had the moonwalk. You know what I'm saying? It's like
No,
that's an
I
icon.
get what you're saying. I get what
Yeah,
you're saying.
so
I
it's
get what
like
you're
you kind of. It's like I get what y'all saying. I just think that when it comes to certain things, there has to be something that people see and they just know that that's it for life. Single ladies, obviously, Crazy in Love, you know, Dangerously in Love, all that stuff. That stuff stands out to people. You know what I'm saying? Like
sure.
outside of the Future March Madness backflip, like Chris Brown don't have the iconic dance that niggas like, oh shit, like
No, that's a very valid
that's
point.
a like you know what I mean. So it's like it's
But Chris Brown just does all the dances that are
he
popping.
does he does the stuff that he does very well because it's him. But it's like, at the same time, it's like we don't have an iconic shit from Chris Brown. We have iconic shit from Beyonce.
Yeah, I remember going to a Beyonce concert back a long time ago with my parents and the twins, and that was a fucking experience, bro. That was like a out of body. I'd never seen an entertainer like that.
That's what I mean. She
You know
take
what
out
I'm
the
saying?
mic.
Like an entertainer, like that was a show.
She studied.
You know what I'm saying?
She studied Mike for real, you know. But no, I get what y'all saying. I see both sides.
I think it's either way. I think either way you can't go wrong.
Facts.
Personally,
No,
like,
facts.
like you said, the biggest thing is I think when it comes to doing all the stuff in heels is unheard of. So.
Facts.
stilettos.
Stilettos.
And it ain't like Beyonce's a skinny light girl, like, you know.
She really be doing this shit
Yeah.
for real.
Yo, y'all see her documentary?
I ain't see it yet.
The tour, the one where she the one that was on the one that came out a few years ago.
Yeah, it's the
Homecoming
older
one?
John.
I ain't get to see it yet.
Bro,
I heard.
Also,
I saw
she
some of the
be
stuff.
working,
I do just
bro.
want to say
She
too something
be-
about Beyonce. Her fucking vocals are incredible.
Crazy.
Like in that documentary, her vocals, like her acapella vocals,
she be working, bro.
incredible.
Like you talk about greatness.
Yeah, she's
that's,
talented,
That's
bro.
that's greatness,
Yeah, she
bro.
is.
I don't want to hear.
She is.
We talk about the greats in terms of all time greats.
She one of
like,
them ones.
In terms of like, I'm not even talking about just like music. I'm just talking about
All time. She's,
all
she's
time.
with the
like,
all time greats.
Like that's one
Top
of them
10,
ones.
Nah,
she's in it.
She's that top 10
that's
for real.
one of them ones. You can't
She's that
even
top 10 for real.
like how the same way people look at like Serena, like all them people, Michael Jackson, like she's there.
She's like
Period.
she's an icon. That's what she is.
That's a
Icon.
fact.
But that was good. That was a good discussion right there. Let's jump into Moose's man Trump.
Who? Who? My man?
So Mansa Moose's man's got raided.
Don't do that. That's not my man. Don't do that for y'all get me in trouble.
I'm
Mar-a-Lago.
dead. You want to go into detail a little more in terms of what exactly happened? So like, was the FBI that raided this stuff? The FBI they said he left the White House with what?
Over 6.
How many documents was
They
it?
said I heard like 6 something, but it was definitely like they said either 30 or 60 or 600. It was one of them numbers.
Okay. Was that warranted?
No,
Probably not.
because the thing is, if they're making a big deal about it, that means he did it. He did it in a way that he wasn't supposed to do it because he tried to use Obama's excuse. But the thing is, all the stuff that Obama probably took was probably already known that he was taking that information.
So, wait, hold on, scale back a little bit. So what are you referring to exactly for people that don't
So
know?
he took that. So Trump took documents from the government, and they're trying to see the secret stuff that he took, right? Because obviously you have to document everything in the White House or whatever. So it's like one of the things that Trump had mentioned was that Obama took stuff out of the White House too, and nobody said anything to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the things that like people started making a tiny bit of a fuss about. But it was like the thing is with Obama is that I'm pretty sure the stuff that he has, the White House know that he has. The Pentagon knows he has it. You know what I'm saying? Like the issue with Trump is that Trump kind of did a lot of shit that people don't know what he took. You know what I mean? Like he moved in a very, very funny way in the White House. Like we can kind of tell with the turnover, all that stuff. So him taking those documents out, like people are like, all right, he obviously has documents. We need to go get them back. Amongst other things like the taxes, probably the stuff with Epstein, all that other stuff that they probably low key want to go raid, but that's none of my business. But the idea is that he took documents that he wasn't supposed to take.
It's politics, so y'all already know how I feel about that shit.
How do you feel?
It's all a fucking sham, bro. It's all a sham. It's all corruption. It's all lies. It's all bullshit.
Wait, so
I can't pay attention to none of it.
yeah, it's hard for me to like, because you don't know what to digest.
So again, like we just talked about, nothing surprises me anymore. I saw that and I was like, so what?
My thing is like when it comes to that, like how did they know like he took stuff? Like were they tipped off? Like, it was like
that's what I'm saying. Like all the stuff that you have in the White House is documented. Like everything, every little thing that you have documented.
True.
Meeting notes, everything that's said. They have recordings everywhere. If everything's being said, everything's being done. Time, like they schedule out the president's day from the time that nigga wakes up to the time he goes to bed. Like, every single minute. They know the distance between everything.
Right.
So it's like when you take stuff out, of course they're well documented enough where it's like, okay, we know who has this stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, obviously they knew he had the stuff, so they want to go get it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, obviously they have that. And I think that part of it also has to deal with the fact, like, they're probably also trying to put him in a position where he can't run for office in 2024 because they don't want him to run because if he runs,
because he's about to win.
Because he's gonna win.
Well, my thing is this though. Like, I feel like if anything, this adds more fuel to his fire when it comes to the campaign. Because
I don't think they're gonna stop him from running in 24.
That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like this puts more fuel on the campaign because it feeds off of what he be preaching anyway about the government, the fake news, the privacy, all that stuff about what goes on. So it's like, exactly. Say he beat this is nothing comes up. He's gonna be using that in his campaign.
I think the elections have been getting worse and worse over the year as far as like the craziness of them.
It's all about entertainment now.
24, I don't know what to expect, dog.
I don't know what to expect
I don't know what to expect, but all I know is that if Trump's running for office, shit's gonna be fucking crazy, dog.
Yeah, they're gonna try to put him.
Shit's gonna be crazy.
They're either gonna try to put him in jail, or they're probably gonna put him with a charge that's probably not gonna allow him to run.
What I had asked was, I didn't even look to who's raiding him. Like, where is this coming from?
FBI.
Is it coming from out of Florida? Is it out of New York? Like, where is it out of?
Wasn't it? I don't know I don't know what residence was.
I'm thinking. I always think RICO when it comes to these big guys. That's the only thing they can get charged
so
with.
I think that's definitely Florida.
Yeah. You said you're thinking what when it comes to the big guys?
RICO.
Yeah, but
it's all I think when it comes to the big people is RICO. And if you ever get charged with RICO, it's a dub.
Except for Irv Gotti, he beat that joint.
He did. But 9 times out of 10, if they charge you with RICO, facts. Give him his flowers.
Got to give him his flowers, but he was wilding.
If you get charged with RICO, usually it's a dub. They got once they charge you and indict you, it's a dub.
They have like a 98% conviction rate.
Yeah, it's a dub.
If you beat that joint, you getting lucky. But now, when it comes to that though, like this may be more a question for you, Moose. The Republican Party, obviously, they got Trump that's going to be running, essentially. But from the Democratic side, who do you see coming out? Like, who do you think can compete with him? Because Biden's not going to run for another term.
Biden's not running for another term, bro. That man
it's
is
chips
done.
for him.
It's chips.
It's chips.
That man's falling asleep on the speeches, bro. like he says what he needs to say, no questions, and that's it. Like, he go there and he smile to make sure he good, and then he just leave. It happens every time. He's not coming back.
I work with people that got dementia, bro. I know what it look like,
bro. You know what's crazy? My friend, you know what's crazy? No, it's crazy.
I know what it look like,
My
bro.
friend's mom said it. She was like, "Yo," and this was before he even got in the office. He was like, "He either has dementia or he has Alzheimer's," and she has a PhD in nursing. So she was like, "Nah, he is not."
I've heard that from multiple people.
His eyes be fucking in his. Yo,
they can't even hide it anymore.
I know what it looks like, bro. I work in this field. I know what it looks like. That is it right there.
He said that is it.
No,
right?
but that's
it right
facts,
there.
though. It's facts. And
like, it's like I don't even know if he knows what he about to go read before he read it. Type shit.
So that's what I'm saying. So when it comes to that, you have the president that's in office right now. Obviously, the Democratic Party's in office. Who can be a fit candidate to come like?
Here's my thing, bro.
Because I'm saying 2024. Like I have no idea.
We don't know who it is. We don't know who it is. Who? It's Run-A-Cop Kamala.
That's obvious who's going to run.
You think she's about to run?
She has to.
Yeah, she going to run.
You think Cory Booker has a shot?
No.
I'm not going to just knock him out the woods,
not this time around. Maybe next time.
2028?
Yeah.
He don't have one, bro. He don't have a chance.
I think Kamala's up next. Kamala, I'm sorry. And why I'm saying that it's going to be crazy because I don't know how the Democratic Party is going to push her. You know what I'm saying? Like, what
nothing
is
to
her
push.
media
It might have
campaign
no other,
gonna be
She
no other
like?
hasn't
option.
done anything.
But I'm saying, what is her campaign going to be like?
That's
She
what I'm
hasn't
saying.
done
That's what
anything.
I'm
It's
saying.
going to be fucking crazy, bro.
Yo,
So-
that's why they did everything with them AKAs, because they know exactly what's about to happen. They know them AKAs about to drag all them D9 niggas to the polls. They know exactly what's going to happen.
I'm dead.
All them Qs, they going to be cooking chicken at the polls. Let me stop.
He said, so if it's Kamala
Don't ask
versus-
me who I'm voting for.
versus Trump,
Don't ask me who I'm voting for, bro. Don't ask me who I'm voting for.
I'm just saying,
Bro,
like,
I'm voting for
No, I'm
Naruto Uzumaki, bro.
Don't
I'm
ask me who
not
I'm
gonna
voting
ask
for,
you
bro.
which. I'm not gonna ask you which way you're voting for. Which way do you think it's gonna go if it's
Oh,
those two?
Trump's
Trump.
winning
Trump is-
2024, bro.
Trump is sweeping the floor with her, bro.
We might as well just not even have
That's
a
why
fucking
they trying to
election.
send Trump to
You
jail,
think,
bro.
you think he gets mobs just too like his following?
It's not
It's
even a mob.
dub. After
not
what
his mob, but his following.
No, but it's not even just that. It's the fact of like Trump has a basis of where he's gonna run his election from.
No, facts.
Kamala has no basis.
Facts.
There's no basis for
But what
her.
I'm saying is though, Trump has his following is
OD.
OD.
Yeah. But
After
it
what
take-
happened
but take
last
the
time
fo-
with
but
the
take-
with the mail-in ballots and shit, it's a fucking
And then
dub.
But
that-
take the following, but take just even the constituents he has. I'm saying when you look at the platforms of which they're running off of, that's what we're
100%.
saying. Kamala
She
has
doesn't stand a
nothing.
chance.
And even if she did, the biggest things that have happened to her in terms of what she did in California, all of that is gonna come up.
Oh, yeah.
And you know how Trump moved.
Oh,
so it's
he
gonna be a
gonna-
situation. The people that are on the fence are going to go to
Here's
Trump,
my thing,
bro. It's gonna
once
be bad.
they have a debate, he's gonna crush her.
it's gonna be
think so?
bad. No,
He is going
it's
to
gonna be
crush
bad.
her.
And this is why
She's not going to be able to handle the attitude, the sarcasm.
I don't know.
the honesty. This motherfucker is
And
about to be
that's
saying.
why-
I think she's gonna shoot back.
She's gonna shoot back,
but it's not-
She
she using a water gun with an AK.
That's what I was about to say. Like
I ain't
it's
gonna
like
say. I ain't gonna.
it's like you bringing a knife to a gunfight, dog.
I think she's. I don't think she's.
And
gonna
you
get
want to know what
washed,
happened?
like,
No, she will.
I
Bro.
don't think she's gonna get washed.
And you want to know?
I
And
think
you
she
want to
gonna
know?
get washed.
Is Bernie still gonna be right?
That's what I was about
he
to say.
can't run, bro.
But that's what I'm saying.
Oh, we can't keep letting these old motherfuckers run,
But
bro.
that's what I was about to say.
We
That's
do need a new reign in terms of like younger individuals.
Here's my thing, like all these politicians, these old motherfuckers need to be pushed out. This is our country now, dog.
but we
we
that's
need to be the
issue,
ones
though.
making the decisions of what's happening going forward.
And you know what's funny? I was thinking about that today because it was like it's interesting because a lot of these people that run, these are policies who end up being in office. These are policies they've had 20, 30 years
That's
ago.
what I'm saying.
You know what
It's a
I'm saying?
different time.
It's
We
like
have
Trump-
a different mind frame as far as everything that
fact.
goes in this country. People our age or a little bit older, but our generation need to be the ones making these decisions, not these old ass politicians, bro.
All right, let
that's
me
the
ask you this:
thing.
do you think you know how there's like an age to enter to be in the to be
36
like
or
something like that,
35,
whatever it
something
is?
like
This should be an exit age too. Like,
100%,
what do you think the exit age should be?
60.
That's too
I
easy
say
for them.
60
It's too easy for them.
because of what it's 35, right? So 35 to 60, that's a good enough time for you to run your politician shit.
That's a good era.
That's a good era.
Kind of how the league is. You get your time in this up. New wave,
up.
new generation.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Not
But
saying you
it's
can't work in
difficult,
politics at all, but you're not about to be a decision maker for what's going forward. Now it's time for the next generation behind you to come up because again, we're the future of this country. Shouldn't no fucking old white dude born in 1950 be deciding what's happening for my child in the future?
And that's
You know what I'm saying?
And it sucks because
Yeah.
when you have those people doing that, it's almost like you kind of running the country in reverse from a constituent standpoint. It's like you grow up, right? Imagine me, the way that I think about how I would run an economy, by the time I get to 50, 60s, like the way I would think about running it is not going to be the same. I have
Right.
a very weird theory on how I should run a country, but by the time I do that, it's like, bro, like it may work, but it's like you're gonna move the country backwards doing that stuff. So it's like when you look at all these politicians that run stuff, because Trump ran back in 2000, right? And all those policies he had back in 2000 when he dropped out was the same stuff he ran when he became president. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you kind of moving in a backward sense when you running those policies because you're looking at that stuff from what you would do at that lens from a young 35-year-old. And it may not always help, you know what I'm saying? Especially because the way that Gen Z is now, you know what I'm saying? Like all these old people are not going to be able to help Gen Z. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And if especially because like a lot of these older motherfuckers, they hate our generation,
They
dog.
hate us.
So like, why the fuck are you in charge of making decisions for my future? And you don't even fucking like me just because of my generation, because you have a stigma about all of us.
How we operate,
Fuck
how we
that.
move, how we get stuff done.
Fuck that.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
facts.
And then let me ask you this, because you're talking about platforms and stuff like that, and the basis of things to be ran on. And you know how social media is like a big platform in terms of like getting your campaign message out there. Now that Trump is like banned from what is it like just
Twitter.
Just Twitter.
Which
How
I
do you
think-
feel? How do you feel about that?
I think that's a terrible idea
I think that's a bad idea too.
because it's like Because my thing is that as somebody for Twitter, it's like, this is a very random example, but please follow me. Mia Khalifa, right? Mia Khalifa's a porn star, right? No,
course.
wait. It's very
We all know
weird.
who she is.
So my thing is,
Why you
right?
rub your legs, Shan? It's like,
but she had an incident.
like,
But she had an incident where I don't know if it was Al Qaeda or like the Taliban, or whatever. They were making threats towards her. She made a joke. They found out where she lived and they posted on the internet. Right? None of those guys got banned. And my thing is that we banned Trump because of the stuff that went happen in America. And what I'm saying is, I understand that that's a group of people. But what I'm also saying is that it's very weird that like the leaders of some, like Trump got banned, but we have the leaders of some countries who, you know, promote those types of things. The leader of Al Qaeda, you know, Boko Haram, they can all stay on the internet and do those things, but we banned Trump. And I understand it, and I get it. But it's like we have these terrorists, and we have bigger organizations that create self-hate on the internet, and we said nothing about them. Right. You know what I mean? And that's a terrible thing to do.
Not even just that, just the everyday motherfucker. If you was to scroll through Twitter or people's mentions and comments, there's a bunch of people that should be banned if Trump's going to be banned.
No, that's
you know what I'm saying? And it's like it's censorship. And I just don't think that's. And I think that has incited the people that follow him even more to go out and vote.
I don't
because of
F
shit
with Trump.
like that.
I don't F with Trump, but at the same time, it's like I would never have banned him from Twitter. That's a terrible idea.
Here's my thing: if you don't,
he said that's a terrible idea.
If you don't like what he says, there are so many ways for you to not see anything. That
Like
Trump
log
says,
off the internet
or unfollow him, block him, mute him, so you don't see anything about him.
Let me ask you this: so, with the terms of like people getting banned, how y'all feel about the boy Andrew Tate getting banned off then?
bro.
I still think that's corny too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's plenty of motherfuckers out there that people saying Kevin Samuels should have been banned for what he was saying.
But
there's plenty of motherfuckers out there, if you look hard enough, that have been saying shit like Andrew Tate. They just didn't blow up the same way he did, or don't have as big of a following.
But the thing
there's always been motherfuckers like that out there.
But the thing is with Andrew Tate, the problem with Andrew Tate was that, I mean, I haven't watched any of his videos. I've only saw the little clips in the YouTube shorts. But the biggest problem with Andrew Tate is very much how do I say this?
He's corny?
I mean, yeah. That's number one. Actually, hold on. Let's talk about that for a second. I looked up his stuff very briefly, and he goes by he's a world-renowned kickboxer. I went on Wikipedia. He has one kickboxing match.
Oh, I think Logan Paul just challenged him to a fight.
He did.
Yeah.
But I saw he has one kickboxing match, and they're talking about he's some world-renowned. I'm like, bro, you got one professional fight, and you talk about, oh, I'm a kickboxer. I'm like, bro, you have not done nothing.
Nothing.
I thought the way that he was talking about, he was probably 15, 10-6 or something like that. He 1-0. 1-0. And I'm like,
corny,
bro. I'm like, nah.
Again, that's another person. I was like, who the fuck is Andrew Tate? I had to really look up.
I had to look him up. I'm like, yo, who is this guy?
I was like, oh, it's this boy that be doing this podcast.
But I see him on the Fresh and Fit podcast, and he be talking that bullshit about, oh, women should stay in the kitchen. I'm like, bro, cut it out, bro.
He be wilding, and the thing is,
cut it out, man.
The reason I said that is because the thing you put in our chat of, I think a teacher put in Reddit or whatever.
Yeah, I seen that.
About how the kids in their 6th grade class or whatever, the males, the boys, are taking everything he's saying literally and actually applying it to what they do on a daily basis in the classroom, how they respond to the teacher and things of that nature. So what I'm saying is, the question I'm posing to you is it such a bad thing if these social platforms are trying to take down these influences that might be detrimental to a kid's thought process?
Oh, you're saying taking down the bigger ones as opposed to the average Joe that's saying that shit on Twitter.
I'm just thinking about in general. But I'm saying though, if there's guidelines and these people aren't following the guidelines, the specific content, do you think it not should be taken down? Maybe not all the content, but specific content.
That's bad parenting.
If you're violating the guidelines, then they have every right to ban you from their platform.
Here's the thing, though: YouTube makes millions of dollars off that.
No, for sure.
Of course.
They make millions of dollars, and they run ads through them. Mm-hmm. So, of course, they're going to ban him off of Facebook or whatever, but they didn't ban him off of YouTube. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, even with that, it's
that's where he getting his bread from.
Yeah, but my thing is that even with that, it's yo, you guys are we're trying to blame YouTube or whatever, we're trying to blame him, but it's the parents' fault. This is bad this is another example of bad parenting. If your kid is taking stuff off the internet and adopting it as truth, that means you're not talking to your child enough to understand what he's going through. Because if he has to go to Andrew Tate, a guy who claims as a world-renowned boxer with one win, to give him the truth about being a guy, There's an issue going on. There's a disconnect.
I disagree. Why? Because think about all the influences we had growing up and just how we dressed or how we maneuver, things of that nature. And our parents are very active in our life. But even think about I'll use Allen Iverson from a grand stand because we all can relate.
Okay.
Think about the way he dressed, the way he wore a sleeve, the way he had saggy pants, and how people that were in sports or played basketball emulated that. We still had parents in our life that told us this is X, Y, and Z, but they might not have agreed with the way he did things, but we're a newer generation, so we're following what he got going on, but they weren't coinciding and agreeing necessarily with how he presented himself. But that doesn't say our parents are not alive or they're bad parents, but we still are influenced by the stuff we see on TV.
There's a difference between emulating somebody and how they dress and to an extent maybe take some slang versus taking certain doctrines that don't make any sense.
I think it's one and the same. It's the same avenue.
I don't, because my thing is like there's a difference between me saying I wear baggy clothes or I wear clothes that come off preppy, but I still act a certain way or I act the way my parents raised me versus I'm taking a doctrine from a guy on the internet that talks about something because I'm adopting that because I'm hurt about something. And that's why I said to an extent it's bad parenting because this goes back to my argument that I always talk about the red pill and the feminists. Most of these people come from a place of hurt. When you see the Andrew Tates, the Steffes Coles, all them niggas that go and they gravitate towards it and they have those talking points because you see them on the internet, they all come from a place of hate. They all have a place of hate and pain.
I don't know if it's so much of a bad parenting because you can't monitor everything your kids do. And then as, you know, we know how it is as a kid, right? The more you try and keep something away from a kid and tell them it's bad, the more they're going to want to find out exactly what the fuck it's about. So you try and censor that from them, they're going to find another way to see that shit. That's just my opinion on that.
I'm not saying censor it and be like, don't ever let them niggas watch it, right?
So what about the music, though?
But my thing is, I'll say in a second. My thing is, if you see them watching that, right, there's a way that you can present certain things and information to them and understand, like, there's some truth to this, but don't adopt all this as fact.
Of course.
And the problem is with a lot, going back to what you said, these kids are adopting everything that he says as fact.
But we don't know if those kids, if their parents were even aware of them watching these fucking videos or knowing that this dude even exists to even get ahead of it. So now that this happened with the teachers, now it's time to, okay, son, we got to have a conversation about this.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I can get,
you know what I'm saying?
I can take that.
And that's kind of like what I was trying to get at too, as well as like even like with influences, like I feel like what like Shan was saying in terms of this new generation that's coming up underneath of us, their influences are way different than things that they're into as opposed to what we were into. Like our version of sneaking around was maybe you trying to sneak a girl into the crib or something like that, or a homie smoking weed when we shouldn't, or something like that, things of that nature. They're doing stuff on the internet now because that's what they're locked into. So whatever they got going on, they're taking from whatever they're learning there and bringing it into the classroom, whatever. Because think about it. These kids live on the net now.
Yeah, they have way more access to shit than we ever did. I mean, think about it. Smartphones didn't get popping until like 2012, 2013 for us. Like, we wasn't in school on YouTube and TikTok and Twitter and shit all day. These fucking kids are. I had a fucking flip phone in high school up until senior year. You know what I'm saying? And that was the norm.
That's
back
fair.
in the like from like 29 to like 2012.
No, that's fair. I just take it from the standpoint of, for me, my biggest thing with the concept of like the red pill and the feminists is that, like I said, they all come from a place of hurt and pain. They all upset either because some nigga hurt them, some girl hurt them, and they try to find something to help them relate and try to ease that pain or try to validate their pain. They find the Andrew Tate, the Steffes Cole, the fresh and fit niggas, and what happens in that situation is that they start taking their talking points. I was on a Twitter space, and there's niggas all the time that take their talking points, and it's like, I hear it. It's like, you hear, like, when you hear you're a beta, or I'm like, all right, I'm like, yo, let me say this, bro, stop watching that red pill stuff, bro. Like, I say it every single time. The moment I hear it, I'm like, bro, you watch X, Y, Z, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, but you know, he be saying, bro, don't listen to that stuff. You watch Steffes Cole, don't you?
Form your own opinion.
Form your own opinion stuff. You know what I mean? Like I said, don't get me wrong. There's small truth to what they say, but the bigger aspect of it is all entertainment. They make it entertaining, so that's how they have the views. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with the feminists. But it is what it is, man. They just got, I don't know.
Now, with that being said, let's jump into the Face of the Future song of the day, presented by MBT Network. Whatever platform you're listening to right now, make sure you click that subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you can get all the up-to-date news on what we got going on in the MBT Media and MBT Network platforms. The Face of the Future song of the day actually comes from artist Toby sent me. She goes by the name Simi Liade. Is that how you pronounce her? Mm-hmm. And the song we're going to be playing is Water. Once again, this is Simi Liade, Water. Once again, that was Simi Liade, Water.
That was definitely a fire. That was definitely a fire song.
How you come across her?
we was talking. I was in a Twitter space, and she was like, "Yeah, nah, I do music."
You shoot your shot in the Twitter spaces?
Nah, not even.
You gotta watch out for Moose in these Twitter spaces streets. You feel me?
Bro, I be seeing you on there,
I
bro.
be catching in the late night. I be like, Moose, be up there, what are you doing up, man?
Nah, we really just be talking in there. They just my homies for real. I just be cooling with them. I really promise you, they all my homies for real.
Yeah, they just homies for real.
Yeah, except for like probably like 1 or 2 that I'm plotting on, but you know, gotta talk about that.
Nah, I feel that. So let's dive right into it. Second half of the episode. One of the biggest stories that's transpired since we've been off air is the Brittany Griner situation, where she is over in Russia, got arrested for having CBD oil, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
and she most recently got sentenced to 9 years in Russian prison. So as this story is unfolding, things are happening. You see what's transpired. What are your guys' initial thoughts? And do you think there's been enough effort to try to bring her back home?
I've been saying from day one on this podcast, stop going to these other countries and fucking around because this ain't America. I've been saying that from day one on this podcast, literally. So, I mean, shit. You did something wrong. You in fucking Russia. First of all, I would never fuck around with anything in Russia.
Not with Vladimir.
You know what I'm saying? Especially not while, the shit with Ukraine was about to go on, too. Like, that's one time that I definitely wouldn't fuck around. I mean, I think it's definitely with it has a lot to do with politics, obviously, I think.
It does.
I think that's obvious. Enough to get her back. This is Russia we dealing with here.
They're gonna make
it.
They
you know what I'm saying? This ain't LiAngelo Ball getting locked up in China. We talking about Russia.
Yeah, you talking about Putin.
You know what I'm saying? We talking about a known communist leader that don't give a fuck about nothing. And when he want to make a statement or a stance, he gonna do it. I think this was definitely a way for him to do it. I really don't know what else the U.S. I mean, I feel like they've probably exhausted all their options that they can do legally.
Nah, they're gonna do a prison.
They're gonna do prison. That's the only way to get her out.
Because right, there was an exchange, like that was a deal or something like that. So you get sentenced and then they swap.
That's the only way.
I mean, they did. Someone got. I don't remember the person's name, but someone got locked up last time, and the only way they got free was by doing a prisoner swap. So the whole idea was always going to be the only prisoner swap.
Yeah, because they wasn't gonna let her out.
Yeah,
doesn't she hoop over there though?
Yeah, she hoops over there, but like the unfortunate reality
for a couple
is
years now.
Yeah, and that was
she's well known,
and that's my thing is like she should have known. She knew the rules.
That's what I'm saying. You should have known better.
And that's one of the things that I have an issue with like us as Americans in general. Like we sort of have a tendency to feel like because we're Americans or we're these American celebrities or athletes, we feel like we can go to a different country. Like they don't care, bro. Like prime examples, like look at Sha'Carri Richardson. Like, yeah, in America, like the weed thing is not a big deal to us, but every other country they don't look at weed like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like there are some countries that probably like, yeah, but most of these people don't look at that stuff like that. You know what I mean? And so you gotta have to be very, very cognizant of that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying I don't feel bad for Brittany because I do. Like obviously, like that's an unfortunate situation to be in. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you just coming home and you just have the cartridges and they just lock you up. Nah, that's an ass situation to be in. But it's like at the same time, it's like we have to be very, very cognizant of how we move in other countries. It's like I use this example all the time. When I was in high school and I went to Nigeria. You know, I used to have like the little wood fade. I look like Bull Off the Wood or whatever. I was like, yo, you gotta cut your hair. I'm like, what do you mean I gotta cut my hair?
Oh yeah, Toby did have the little
So I'm like, what are you talking? Like, why would I cut my hair? You know, but he's like, yo, you gotta cut your hair because it's like I went and like, you know, I'm not saying like I wasn't looked that funny, but it's like because when they know you're from America and they see like they start to mess with you. It's like a prime example now. It's like when you have like the whole SARS situation in Nigeria with like those people who are for robberies, they like fucking what's the word? They stereotype you. You have tattoos, all this stuff. If you dressed a certain way and you're a certain age, they F with you. You know what I'm saying? So my dad's like, yo, you're 16, cut your hair. If not, they're gonna do something to you. You don't want the type of problems. Right? He didn't tell me that until after the fact. And I was like, okay, makes sense. But it's the same thing here. It's like when you in Russia or you in a different country and they look at you and you know we got beef with that country, they know where you at. They know where you stay at.
Not only
they're
that,
coming
but
for you.
You stick out. You Brittany Griner. You're 6'8". You black in Russia.
Right. Why do you think Americans have so much entitlement?
Because we're marketed to be like that, bro.
Because of how we've lived, how we're conditioned to
live in a bubble.
It's broke motherfuckers out here that's entitled, bro. Motherfuckers ain't got a dollar to their fucking name that feel like they deserve something or that they're due something or that they're entitled to shit. I mean, we see how people act every fucking day. The nerve of motherfuckers. I'm like, yo, how do you even like live with yourself acting like that and thinking that that's okay for you to be that fucking entitled?
It's like, look at it sounds bad. I don't want to make it racist, but look at white people when they get locked up.
What about
or
him?
when they get arrested. It's like they very much have an entitlement thing where it's like, yo, I shouldn't be locked up. It's it's like, why are you locking me? You can't do this to me.
Yeah. You definitely seen those for sure.
Like,
We definitely
we
definitely don't
we like, nah, we ain't do that shit, but
Yo,
nah, you right, bro.
We could have did the worst thing in the world. They gonna be like, free my mans. They holding him down for no reason.
Facts.
Don't matter what they do.
Nigga got 10 murders under his belt.
Why they holding him?
do that shit, bro.
Free my mans. Nah, keep that nigga in jail. No cap. That nigga out here wilding.
That nigga,
mass murderer talking.
That nigga,
free my dog.
Free my fucking man.
Free King Von.
Nigga.
Bring back King Von. Nah, nigga,
I ain't touching that. That's you. You got that.
Not me.
I'm good. But not with those problems.
Yeah.
Nah, for real though,
Facts,
it's like we have a very much an entitlement. We have an entitlement issue, and that's the biggest thing. It's like, for example, another argument that people bring up is the whole LeBron thing, right? And I'm like, oh, if this is LeBron, this
Yeah, but she's not LeBron.
It's not even that, bro. I hated that argument because it's like no, it's not, because put it like this, right? Because they both minimum are millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Like Bron, like at the basis, Brittany Griner and LeBron.
He's a billionaire.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is
put a B.
That bag, yo.
The point of what
that
I'm
bag
saying,
different.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is that when you look at it, they are both looking at someone who has a lot of money. And my whole thing is that she has a lot of money and she still got locked up.
She might not though, bro.
But bro, what I'm saying
players do not get paid out. That's why they have to play in two leagues.
But think of the endorsements that she probably has.
Okay, but I'm telling you, it's not racking up.
It's a different magnitude though. Bron not in jail still.
With her endorsement, she has to go play in another league in another country, bro.
I understand that, but my point is of what I'm saying about it is that even if let's even say okay, Bron with the magnitude. Let's even say Brittany Griner had that magnitude and she wasn't making as much money as Bron. The situation that she still probably would have been, even if they were both in that situation, the reality of the situation for it just would have been like, yo, they both make enough money where they don't have to think about money. Mm-hmm. And my thing is that they both, like, whatever, it doesn't matter if it's Bron or Brittany Griner. The situation occurs that they're both rich. They don't have to think about money. It don't matter who's a billionaire, who's this. You're both still locked up and you both have bread. It don't matter.
We all know different people have different sort of powers, bro, and that's just the way it fucking goes.
I understand that, but my thing
so
is...
will LeBron be locked up still? Probably the fuck not. You know why? Because that's fucking LeBron James.
Yeah, too many ties elsewhere, too.
That's LeBron James, bro.
Yeah, I understand that.
But here's my thing. Motherfuckers didn't know who Brittany Griner was before this shit happened.
Yeah,
so stop trying to jump to her defense like, oh, she need to be fucking free. If that was me over there, I'd be fucking locked up too. Wouldn't nobody be coming to get me the fuck out.
Would it be on no news?
I'd be doing 9 years.
She come back with a full beard.
And that'd be the end of it. She's not LeBron James, bro. It's levels to this shit, literally, bro.
That's fair. I get that
levels.
Argument. I guess I looked at it from the standpoint like you're both rich and you're
right,
both
but just don't use the LeBron argument.
But
just
I'm not using the LeBron argument. I'm just saying
motherfuckers couldn't tell me what team she played for, where she went to college, what her jersey number is. Stop all of a sudden jumping to the defense of her because it's a woman that's locked up, that's a basketball player, and you want to compare her to LeBron fucking James?
And you want to
come on.
I mean, but to push back a little bit, do you think that to push back on that a little bit, do you think that even though she's not LeBron James though, even though she's not LeBron, and we keep using LeBron as take LeBron out of the picture, she is still a well-known American.
How well known is she, Mills?
Huh?
How well known is she?
I mean, is she not well known? She was on the front page of all the newspapers and the major newspapers. No,
after she got locked up,
but still though.
But before that, who knew who she? How many people knew who she was?
Brittany Griner was what do you call it when she was in college or whatever?
We know who she is because we tapped into sports.
No, people in the Brittany Griner, they were debating if she was man or woman when she was coming out. It was a whole story, bro.
Yeah, but again, bro,
it was a whole story.
A lot of motherfuckers
am I right or
don't
wrong?
When
she came out, she just like with the girl. She was on the. What I'm getting to is like I was gonna agree with your point. Is what I'm saying is like she was a moment in time where she was at a height where everybody knew who she was, but like it's not to the same magnitude that like you said of LeBron James. But still, in my standpoint, like people preach like American this, American that, and you have someone to this magnitude that's locked up. And you can see nothing is being done for them. That should just show, like, the rest of us that you can't just act the way you want to act.
You can't, and it's Russia. I mean, we saw the same thing happen to ASAP. Remember when he got locked up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The same thing.
Yeah.
Money, power,
Yeah.
cachet couldn't get him
That's
out of that.
levels though, like you said.
Yeah.
But
It's a different place though.
Yeah.
It's a different country.
Different
but
situation,
at
but
first
yeah, I
it
get what
wasn't
you
just
mean.
so easy for this ASAP. We gonna get him out.
Yeah.
It wasn't that easy either.
And they was getting ready to lock that nigga up for real.
for real.
And
Like
he
on
didn't
some
do
real,
nothing wrong.
on some real shit. So I'm saying, you go to these other countries, you want to fuck around, like you gonna get caught the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's Russia, dog. That's
Russia's
one
the
place I
wrong.
wouldn't
Russia's
fuck around in.
Russia's the wrong place to mess around in, bro. Like
Any communist country, I'm not fucking around
And
there.
my thing is, and even if you want those people to have that kind of power, like support sports, like and support women's sports. Like the biggest issue that I have, just on a quick side note, I hate the argument about women's sports don't get enough like cachet, don't get enough support. But it's like women don't even support the sports. The biggest watchers of women's basketball is men. And it's like you have the issue with, oh my gosh, but y'all don't support them enough. Like it's to a point, and I don't. This is just my own headspace. Is like they invited women who have a lot more sex appeal, who are good at basketball, and they're trying to show off the sex appeal to attract everybody there because women like bad bitches, men like bad bitches, so they trying to use that image to bring everybody to the sport. And my thing is like they're still not even supporting it the way that they need to.
I wouldn't say that.
That's just my own
I get what
POV.
you're saying, but I think,
know what I mean?
I do think that now more than ever, the WNBA itself is in a much better place. Than
Oh,
ever
definitely for a
before.
fact.
I think they're on the rise.
These girls can hoop, bro.
Oh yeah, they can hoop. And like I said, they
these
bad.
women
I think
get out
I think the talent of the league is better, is probably the best that it's ever been before. I mean, their branding and their marketing and stuff is still, I mean, an uphill challenge. But I mean, we see their playoffs on the ESPN, ESPN2 in prime time. I mean, that's a step in the right direction.
That's a fact.
They have a much smaller league. They have half of an NBA, not even half of an NBA season. So I mean, it's just not the same. So you can't compare.
How many seasons? How many games they play? 30?
32.
Oh yeah, that's dang. I didn't know it was that short.
They have
but,
3 games in their playoff series. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the same.
But they still are a fairly new league in the sense of compared to like the NBA.
They came in around 1996.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? 26 years? In,
Yeah,
you
so
know
I mean,
what I'm saying?
they're growing. They're growing. I mean, are they growing like numbers?
They've been growing over the last
I
couple of
think
years.
people-
NBA's trying to help.
I think one of the biggest things that people expect is like because other things are established that big, they expect the scale for certain things to grow that large as well. But like sometimes when it comes to scaling and getting branding, it's like you don't just want to throw, like say for example, you just don't want to throw $10 million at something if you know it's not going to work. You know what I mean? It's like when you look at stuff like Formula One racing, like Formula One racing wasn't that big. But when COVID came, they made a Netflix show, did all that. Now Formula One's one of the biggest sports that people watch. You know what I mean?
NBA's tried.
Yeah,
they
trying.
tried, but just because it's the NBA doesn't and you endorse it doesn't mean motherfuckers gonna watch.
Exactly.
People don't watch the G League. People don't. You know, everyone's not really tapped into the WNBA like that. It's just not.
Can I ask y'all this? Because the WNBA, in the sense of like we kind of like understand why they're not at the spot that they think they should be at this moment in time, whatever reason. But when it comes to like women's soccer, like why aren't they put to a pedestal when they're one of the most winning?
So
like
the biggest
organizations comes to America, like the U.S. women's team.
That's
things
just
of that
because
nature.
people don't support sports. I mean, soccer in the U.S. like that. Like MLS is not a big thing in the U.S. Like the only reason why
Growing.
it's it's growing, but it's not. It's not like it's not like you going to Spain and you're watching like a Real Madrid or a Barcelona
facts.
game. You know what I mean? Like MLS has just been very much pushed to the
the
side.
league started in 1996.
Yeah, so it's like now it's like because the only reason why sometimes they do get a little bit bigger is because like the bigger international players like a Ibrahimovic or a Wayne Mooney comes in, Wayne Rooney comes in and they play in the US and that makes it a little bit bigger
100%.
because you see those players.
David Beckham.
Yeah, I know you're talking about the
You know
men, but
what I
I'm
mean?
talking about the women are winning gold medals.
know.
Though,
But
is
what I'm saying,
though.
it doesn't matter though, bro, because it's like if you're not throwing the endorsements and money in the way that they should, it don't matter. Like FIFA, the organization is like an entity in itself you can't touch. Like it's like
Yeah,
people
without
like
that, you
for example, people know that there's corrupt shit that goes on in FIFA, the
For
World
sure.
Cup, all that shit. You can't do shit about it.
Yeah.
Like you literally can't do nothing
Soccer's the
about
most
it.
popular sport
It's
in
the
the world.
most popular
I mean,
and powerful sport.
outside of the U.S.
You know?
It's the biggest sport in every country. Outside the U.S.
Outside of that, like, and big is an understatement. Like,
Yeah.
It's number one.
You should see how
It's not even close.
You should
Not
see
even
how-
close.
They sell out football stadiums here when they come to play international games.
Correct.
I went to go see the Juve Real Madrid game. Whole place was sold out. The Redskin Stadium,
To see Ronaldo.
and Ronaldo wasn't even playing. He wasn't even playing. The whole place was sold out. And I'm on the Juve side. They're like, you.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo,
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Like
soccer
it's
games are
nuts.
That's on my
It's
bucket list.
nuts, bro.
Is to get to a Man City game or go to El Clasico.
Bro, if I
That's
see
on my bucket list.
if I see El Clasico, if I see a Man U game when they're actually good, when Ronaldo leaves, but we're not gonna talk about that. But when a Man U game, I hate Chelsea. So Liverpool, and I definitely got to see a PSG game.
Until it gets to the point where you can keep those homegrown players home and bring some of those European players here when they're young and not when they're all 35 and 37, which is when they come over here, you know, it's still going to take a backseat to everything.
Because one of the biggest things you also got to understand is like kind of the way that they build the players. Like they have the G League and the developmental league. They do that in Europe, but they have academies for kids in high school. Like kids
even younger,
like, they say forget school. Like you going to play soccer.
You started at like 3 or 4. Like
that's how messy. That's how messy it is.
You're gonna play for this team when you're 18.
They're just starting that now, but we're so far behind the rest of the world when it comes to that shit. It's gonna take a long time to catch up.
Because we're so against it, bro. We're so against. These kids in other countries are making bread at like 13, 14, playing professional sports. Like out here, we're so against it. Like we're just now allowing high school athletes to go pro in terms of like instead of going to college and getting paid like while they're in high school.
Right.
You feel me? Before it's like you get drafted, but it's like you couldn't play professional sports while you're in high school still. Now you can do that. You feel me? Which I think why not? If you're good enough.
And it's so interesting to me because it's like America is an entertainment country. It's like you would have thought that they would have saw the bag from like FIFA and soccer and all those things and would have done it, but they didn't. And I'm like, it just.
I mean, look, the
it's
league
mind-blowing.
didn't form until after the '96 Olympics.
The NBA is literally following what FIFA's doing. FIFA's following exactly what FIFA's doing. They're gonna be a mainstay. And before we transition into like the next topic in terms of football, I want to ask you, since you're talking about on the FIBA the world stage and things of that nature. This is a question from Moose. How do you feel about Giannis and his brothers not playing for him?
I couldn't wait to bring that up. I couldn't wait to bring that up. Couldn't wait to bring that up.
How you feel about Giannis and them not playing for their home country?
I was actually tight when I seen that. He was like,
they are playing for their home country. Their real home country.
What's their real home country?
Greece.
That's not that. Come on, but what's their real home country?
Nigeria.
Yeah, nigga.
But
here's my
they don't claim y'all though.
They don't.
I know they don't, but I'm saying though. But what I'm saying, the grand scheme of things, being Nigerian, I'm saying, how does that make you feel that they don't even claim where they're from?
The comments on Twitter.
Everybody. I was heated. I said, what? He said, it's been a dream to play for my home country. I said, what?
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, what? I was like, like if you translate your name to your original name, it's not Antetokounmpo, it's Adetokounmpo. But we're not gonna talk about that. It's like your name is Nigerian, bro. You know what I'm saying? But on a serious
his whole name is Nigerian.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
But on a real note, I probably think that what the issue probably was that him and his brothers probably weren't gonna get a spot on the Nigerian team because all of those dudes, at least a lot of those dudes, actually play in the league. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for them, they were not. His brothers, like, let's be honest, his brothers are not good to make.
Yeah,
they're not. So it's like,
I think they could get him a slot on the team.
No, they're not gonna. But the rest of
Giannis would get.
Giannis would have been like,
Giannis would not have been.
If you want me to play for Nigeria,
yeah.
My brothers is coming with me.
But that's my thing though. But what would they play? Because my
Greece
thing
is nice too.
Because that's 4 spots. But that's 4 spots gone. And like I said, most of those guys are already like
4 spots, but.
My bad. They already like 10th, 11th. They already like 10th, 11th man, 12th man, 13th man in the league. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
low key.
Yeah. So it's like
his brother got a ring though.
I mean,
there's a bunch of niggas that got rings, bro.
Respect.
So it's like I felt. I'm not gonna hold you. I did feel the way when I seen it. They was all smiling, touching the ball. I'm like, yo, I hope one of y'all get dunked on, like for real. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I just had to see that since we was on the world, talking about the world stage. Let's talk about another big topic at hand. We're gonna jump into the NFL now. So the Deshaun Watson. So we started talking about Deshaun Watson last
years ago.
It might have been the season before that.
We were talking about we were talking about since COVID.
Yeah, we was talking about Deshaun.
Going on for a grip.
It's just finally
it was
like
all last season.
Yeah. So it's finally like I'm not kind of like concluded in like the NFL's eyes in terms of what they handed out suspension wise.
This started out 2020.
It's been a minute.
We've been talking about this for a minute.
It's crazy. And they had a press conference. The Browns did. Deshaun Watson did. Was it some of the team? Was it team owners?
You talking about the one with the Haslams?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. How brutal was that?
Terrible.
How brutal was that?
That just goes to show how out of touch these fucking billionaires are with everyday life. That's all I took from that. These motherfuckers are just out of touch.
He said sometimes guys people second chances, you know. And then he said pretty much negating what he did and said he's still a good football player.
I know that's all he cares about.
I was like, he still can throw the ball. I'm like, what?
As a team owner, obviously to him, that's all he cares about is how to make his product on the field generate more money for his bottom line.
First, I gotta take the L because I've been saying that I thought that he was somewhat innocent, you know. So I do gotta take the L. I was saying
that L.
We knew he was a creep from the beginning, and like I said, this is not a.
Speaking of Mia Khalifa when that video came,
I know,
bro. I said it once. I see him, I'm like, yo, there's something wrong with him. Like she dunking in a maid outfit in his crib. What's going on?
This is not a guy that is a billionaire. I would give the keys of my franchise to.
But you see,
really.
No,
100%.
Absolutely not.
How the fuck could I bring this dude in and look every woman that works for my organization in the eye and be cool with that?
And my thing is that like the NFL also has a growing women market. You know what I'm saying? So they have to appeal to that.
Half the viewers in the NFL are women. Let's call it what it is.
A lot of these positions, like these exec positions, are starting to be taken over. Like a lot of women are getting promoted into these positions. You feel me? So it's like. This type of thing, like you said, bringing someone like Deshaun Watson with all these allegations going on around him, coming into your organization, and for you to say, as an owner, to say some shit like that, and then that's his wife that was up there with him too. Yeah. For her to say some shit like that is like
nasty.
And also the deal, $230 million guaranteed,
and they knew
you knew this shit was gonna be fucked up. That's why you backloaded the fucking deal. I mean, it's just a mess.
And I think that if you really want me to be honest with you, like I don't think anybody's doing the Browns any more favors, bro.
They're not. All the owners in the NFL hate them.
Right now, they definitely do.
Hate them. Because now you got niggas like, now everybody wants a guaranteed contract. Fully guaranteed. Kyler Murray. Lamar Jackson is not playing until he gets his fucking guaranteed
contract. Did he just do the deal? He just did a deal.
He did?
I thought
they offered him a deal.
They offered him, but fully guaranteed.
They offered him more than Kyler Murray. But he wants a fully guaranteed deal. Like, they fucked the game up. They literally fucked the game up. It was fucked up with Kirk Cousins, but that was $83 million guaranteed, which is a lot. But all right, you can get over that. $230 fully guaranteed
for 5 years, bro.
He good.
I'll
take a year off.
Come on.
If I'm Deshaun Watson, I'm like, man, this is all that's happening to me.
It's a shame.
And I only get fined $5 million out of my money. Out of my $5 million. Nah.
I'm cool. I still got $225 coming.
That's what I'm saying.
I got only $5 million to $250 million. That ain't nothing. That's a slap on the wrist.
Not
and
even.
He get to look like just chill. He get to chill, protect his body.
Yep.
Not to be game 11 over.
I was telling somebody that I was talking to about the situation. I'm like, you got to understand that if they don't suspend him for a year minimum, what's going to end up happening is that even though they may think that it's going to roll, like it's going to go away, it's not going to go away in the way that you think it is. Because now the moment he gets back, they're going to keep talking to him about this stuff. You know what I mean? And it's like, you should have suspended him for a year, let all that stuff happen out the way that it needs to happen, come back. These are the only questions that I'm answering. Do a press conference top of the year. And since then, we're not taking any more questions revolving this until when the matter is over. But what did they do? They wanted to be, you know what? We wanted to make it fair, and we wanted to make it so at least the Browns don't have a chance of making it to the playoffs. But it's like y'all still trying to do the Browns favors. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can't really do them favors because at the end of the day, they kind of knew what they put themselves into. You just signed a man, you traded a man to that type of money, knowing the shit that he was about to do, and they covered it up with a shitty ass contract. If I'm Roger Goodell, bro, you're getting suspended a year and a half.
Calvin really got the whole season for gambling.
That's why he tried to get him suspended for the whole year, bro.
A year and a half.
They didn't want the union to get involved and have it play out longer, but because if they would have appealed whatever decision they made and it would have been playing out through the union, he would have been playing week 1. You know what I'm saying? So they had to come up with a solution to this shit now. You know what I'm saying? Shit's fucking goofy, dog. What a goofy ass nigga, bro.
It was terrible, bro.
Like, I'm so disappointed in Deshaun Watson. Like, I would never respect him as a fucking player ever again, bro.
I can't. And it was weird.
Morally,
I
can't.
It's weird, bro. It's just, my thing is just that
if you didn't rape anybody, fine.
And we're not saying that. And we're not saying that in a sense of that's
right.
Great. It's like that's the bare minimum.
At the very least, like, you a creepy ass motherfucker, dog. At the very least, like, you're extremely fucking creepy.
Yeah,
I'm good off that. You're not going to be the quarterback of my fucking team.
Yeah, because there's a certain level of maturity and just a certain level of common sense you need to have to just even be a quarterback and to be a leader in that team. It's like, and even now you got to deal with players' wives, like, and that's even not even to talk about the stories that they may have of stuff that's happened to them. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a very, very weird situation, and the fact that the Browns kind of did something like that, it kind of really shows you that like they're not really thinking about stuff except winning football games.
In tune with what's going on.
And what's even more shitty about that to me is that like, and Colin Cowherd said it best. It's like when teams are desperate or organizations are desperate, they do the dumbest of things. And I think probably, if you really want me to be honest, that's probably one of the dumbest things I've probably ever seen in the history of sports.
100%.
In the history of sports, bro.
I have nothing else.
230, and you gave him $1 million
guaranteed.
No, you gave him $1 million
After
first
he
year.
Just got convicted.
First, bro.
Allegedly.
Bro, if I'm Roger Goodell, I would have raised hell. I would have fined him. I would have fined him a hefty fine.
If you ain't condemning what DJ Khaled said, God did.
No,
let me stop. I'm not for the joke. But speaking of that, while we on NFL, let me get y'all prediction on week 1. Baker got named the starting quarterback of the Carolina Panthers.
I mean, we knew that though. It's him or Zach Wilson.
Oh, I need them to be good though.
Who?
Oh,
Panthers.
You want Rule to stay?
I can't have. I
Why?
can't have him get fired.
I'm a Rule fan too.
I can't have him.
Do you
go
think it's
back
gonna be
to
the Browns
college,
week
bro.
1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good. I mean, I hope they're a good team. I can't have him go back to college, bro.
That's fair.
I can't because he's gonna take somebody's job. Like him taking a Michigan job is like in my nightmares.
Scared? He might do that.
Terrified.
He's definitely a candidate.
If he gets the Michigan job, I'll be very
Because
concerned.
Matt Rule is a very good coach.
Yes, he is.
He's a very, very,
So he
very,
did
very
with
good
Temple.
Baylor.
Then you went and so he did with Baylor after they had rape allegation situation.
Yeah, they were a done school. Like their school was done. Set
Built
back.
it back up. Top 5 program. So he did at Temple, who's never been nice. Top 25 team, conference championships and shit. If he goes to Michigan, dog, it's gonna be fucking ugly, dog. I can't have that.
It's all over for y'all.
I can't have it. It won't be over, but it'll be a lot more competitive.
All over for him, nigga.
It'll be a lot
All
more
over for
competitive.
Rutgers.
So let me ask you this.
Nah, stop. We on the come up.
Bro, I don't want to hear we on the come up no more, bro.
Right.
I don't. I'm
All
tired.
right, this year I think it'll be different, bro.
Oh, no, this year definitely gonna be different. But I'm saying,
he's got a lot of these. Shiano's got a lot of these.
no,
fucking top players in
Shiano
Jersey
kept it a
State.
lot of talent.
Where does Rutgers land in the Big Ten this year?
They'll be middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Middle of the pack.
I think they'll go 7-5.
Yeah,
8-4.
7-5.
8-4.
8-4, and this y'all last year. If Shiano get year 3, year 4,
They're not firing him.
They're
Again.
not firing him. He's been the he's the
not
best.
firing him.
He's the best coach we've ever
he
had.
is
Like
Rutgers.
he
is Rutgers.
You can't fire him.
Yeah.
he's like the Snyder of Rutgers.
I mean,
essentially.
he is because
He
you
is.
see how they were when he built them up, like in our younger days.
Yeah.
Then you see how much they've changed as he's came back already. Like even though they weren't winning games, they were a much different team. They just didn't have the
They're
talent,
actually competing.
but they're coached up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Playing harder, competing.
Yeah.
What's up with Ohio State? What they gonna do this year?
We going to the chip this year, bro.
Yeah. No more letdowns?
We're not going to the chip.
Yeah.
Our defense is not good enough, bro. You know what it is that this Ohio State team doesn't have? They don't have that physicality from a defensive standpoint that the other teams have had in the past.
Y'all got like the stars on offense.
They're good, but I mean, I saw what happened when they got punched in the mouth last year.
That's true.
They didn't respond defensively or offensively. They don't have the same like. Say what you want to say about Remeyer. He gave him that dog. You know what I'm saying? He gave him that dog. Ryan Day's a great coach. I love him, but he's a little bit more finesse than dog to me.
You know who's gonna be nice this year?
Not K-State.
You're asleep.
All right. I've been hearing that for a couple years now.
Nah.
Hope they are.
I've been silent.
For your sake, I hope they are.
I've been silent on the pod for the last few years.
They're
They're gonna be better than Rutgers.
I mean, we know that.
They win in the Big 12?
They're gonna compete for a Big 12 championship.
I would love that.
They're gonna be
College football is better when programs like K-State are thriving.
But they were decent last year. They were
They
a
had
top
a good
25
coach.
program
They had a good coach.
for a little bit, and then now a lot of the guys are returning. This is his 3rd year.
Your boy Colin Klein is the OC.
It's about to be Deuce Vaughn. Deuce is loose. That's all you're gonna hear all year. Deuce Vaughn.
Hey,
Yeah, they call him second coming of Sproles.
we gotta go to a man. We gotta go get to a game in Manhattan, bro. I would
Say
love
left.
that.
They play. Okie State at home, I think, and Texas at home this year. So
Well, that Texas gonna be lit.
yeah.
Texas gonna be
But
nuts.
we want to stay in the Big 12. OU fun to be.
I think so. Why?
Brent Venables?
Defensively, I think they'll be solid.
Bro, they weren't bad. They were never bad offensively though.
They weren't, but they don't have fucking what's his fucking
The
name?
quarterback that left.
No,
You talking about Lincoln Riley?
Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, he gonna leave, but Venables. Yeah.
I'm excited for Venable. I think Clemson's going to take a step down, which I'm.
They've already been
Thank
taking
God,
a step down though.
because I can't stand Debo Sweeney. I think he's so overrated. but
Really?
so overrated. I think his assistants are the ones that are doing everything.
But
He's the recruiter.
But that's the whole point of being a head. That's what people don't realize, though.
No, I do realize that,
bro. The whole point of
I do realize that
being a great head coach is having great assistants.
yes, because you let them do everything.
Nick Saban is a prime example, but we don't
Yeah,
say
but-
he. You know what I'm saying? He
No, but he loses assistants every year and is still on top.
because he gets the top guys, the top assistants.
But he's also the top coach.
bro. His last 5 head assistants are head coaches in the SEC. All of them.
They are
All
but
of them.
All of them aren't. Well, they're not all winning. First of all,
It doesn't matter, but they're head
but
coaches.
but,
in the
but
SEC.
that doesn't always work out. And when they play against him, he be beating that ass.
Respect.
That's facts.
Respectfully.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that's the program.
It is. But back to the NFL. My predictions. I'm going
Buffalo's
Buffalo.
going to the chip, bro.
Buffalo versus.
And that's before they.
I still probably go to Rams coming out of the NFC.
And that's if they don't sign Odell. If they sign Odell, just chalk it up, bro.
Because the Bills have Von Miller now
Just
too.
chalk it up.
Ooh.
Oh man,
And they got your Davius White coming back this year.
That's one team as a Chiefs fan I do not want to see in the playoffs. Bro.
Who's a corner?
Do not want to see them in
Davius
the
White.
playoffs.
Oh yeah,
Coming back.
Yeah.
The AFC West, bro, is about to be a gauntlet.
Yes, it is.
You think
Still coming out on top though.
You think Russell Wilson's gonna do something?
I think it'll be Broncos versus Bills in the AFC Championship.
You wanna put money on that?
I'll put money on that.
How much you want to put?
How much you want to put on it?
You want to put a bean on it?
All right, I'll put a bean on it.
Chiefs go farther than the Broncos, or what do you want? Broncos, Bills.
Broncos go farther than the Chiefs.
Okay, I'll bet on that.
All right.
I'll bet on that. And you owe me money still.
Yeah, in fact, you still.
You
We
owe
ain't
me
forgot
money.
about that. This nigga said.
I just thought about
Browns
that.
was going
I
further
just
than
thought
the
about
Chiefs.
that. Yeah, I give you a
Fuck
good
outta
grace
here.
period. It's been a whole,
Oh, nah.
a whole 4 months.
Out of here. It's been like a year now.
What we better? We had a bean on that?
A bean.
I need a bean ASAP, boy. It's been a whole football season.
I bought you the bottle. I bought you the bottles in Toronto.
Nah.
He said I bought you the bottles in Toronto.
We said it on cam. We collecting all debts 2022.
That was the debt. That was in there.
What's
I
your
had the
prediction?
IOU
You
in the
going
bottle.
Chiefs coming out the AFC still?
I think it's gonna be Chiefs Bills in the AFC Championship. I don't know if the Chiefs are gonna come out because the Bills are just. Last year the Bills were my favorite to go to. Like obviously I'm always say the Chiefs coming, but like realistically, like the Bills are the scariest team in NFL to me.
The Bills are a scary team, but we also have to, Brian Dable ain't there no more.
Who?
Brian Dable, the offensive coordinator.
No, true.
That
but
plays a part.
But
I don't think it'll play a big part.
I think you're underestimating their quarterback though in terms of
No. I think
That-
Allen is fucking phenomenal.
You said-
Don't get
that
me wrong.
motherfucker is real.
Don't get me wrong.
That's the
I
only.
think
when I play,
He's different.
when we play them, I keep saying I like I'm a cheat, like I'm on the field. But when we play that, man,
He's different.
He's the only boy that besides Pat Mahomes, I'd be like, damn,
He's a steez.
He's like that.
He's
What?
He's a steez.
What's a steez?
he was saying this all we was in the city last week, bro. He kept calling
What the
every
fuck is a
bull that
steez?
he was
He's a
steez. I don't
steez,
know. I don't even
He's
know
a steez.
What is that?
It's like a term, like he's a stud.
Yeah, definitely is a stud. You couldn't just say that.
because he be toting the pill, all that stuff.
Toting the pill, rocket arm,
Nah, he's
6'4". I mean, he got all the tools.
Nah, he's different. He's gonna win it.
He remind me of the boy from Triton.
Brian Keller, R.I.P.
He plays like that's
Literally, that was like it's like Tim Tebow that can throw.
yeah.
Facts.
He's a Tim Tebow that they made it. Like
Yeah, it's Tebow that can throw. It's what
But-
Tebow wishes he was.
That dude is scared.
His
That dude is
bitch ass.
So last bit of the NFL talk, I want to ask you about the Eagles.
Why?
I just want to get shit.
All right, let's do it. Let's dive in.
The season about to start. I gotta
Oh,
ask
man.
you. People want to know
Look.
everybody knows you're a Philly fan of when it comes to sports. So I need like a 1 minute rundown
Let's go.
of what your expectations are and
Let's
what you think
go.
the record is going to be.
Record. Record. Okay.
You said record, okay.
10-7
Okay.
in this division. 10-7.
Okay.
Look, this is how I truly, honestly feel. If they have to change the offense again with these weapons, with these niggas out here, with AJ and Devontae and Miles and the best O-line in the league, if they have to revert back to a run-first offense,
Jalen got to go.
Jalen, you're not my guy. Again, I will keep saying it until the day I die. Only elite quarterbacks win Super Bowls. Period. And if you can't win with these motherfuckers, they literally gave him all the tools, plus the defense now.
Yeah.
They gave him all the tools to go be successful, bro. You got to go execute.
Y'all got to win the division.
They have to at least win the division, bro.
Have to win the division.
At least win the
Not
division.
just that, but you got to at least win the playoff game.
And I need a second round playoff game, bro.
You got to at least win the playoff game.
And at Jalen, I got to see improvement from you improved from year 1 to year 2. I need to see a real jump now.
Making it is just not enough. You got to win. You got to win.
I need like a 4,200 throwing. I need like a 33 touchdown. He'll give me 8 on the ground.
33?
Throwing.
33.
Throwing, right?
Yeah, throwing.
I'm giving him 30.
No, he's saying that's what he needs.
I know, but I'm saying he's not throwing
What's your
30
TD, the INT ratio? 33 to like 15?
That's horrible.
I know, but I'm just asking.
If he throws 15 picks, bro, Gardner Minshew needs to be playing or something like that. No cap.
Bro, now people have thrown that many picks in the season that are very good quarterbacks.
They're elite. He's not.
So they can throw 15 picks.
But they're elite. But they're putting up fucking 50 points a game. These motherfuckers are chucking it all over the field. That's why they're throwing picks.
But I'm saying that if he, but what I'm saying,
you know, listen what I'm saying.
I know what he's saying. He's trying
Matt
to say.
Matt Stafford is throwing the ball for fucking 500 yards a game.
But what I'm
throwing
saying,
2 picks.
but what I'm basing it off of like what you're saying the offense is going to be. If you're throwing the pill that much with all these weapons, right? And he gets between 35. I'll put it at the number 30, like around 35.
If they're winning games,
it seems like 35 and 15, 40 and 15. You're not
40 and 15, I'll take it all day.
You feel me?
At the end of the day, look,
33 and 15, not matter if he gives you 8 tubs on the ground with his legs.
That's facts.
At the end of the day, if they winning games, I'm good. Period.
Yeah.
Just win games. But again, if he doesn't take a significant jump, I mean, they have 2 first-round picks next year. I'm saying, like, they've set themselves up to, if he doesn't work, for them to move on. So, like, this really will be, like, I think this will be his last chance. And here's the thing. The fucking city's behind this dude.
Yeah.
They are fucking behind this guy.
We behind him.
Like, 100%. Like, go out there and do your thing,
What you mean we, Mr. Pats fan? Damn it. You said we behind it.
You see, I ain't looked at him not one time this whole time, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to let him stay over there.
What team do you even rep?
He's a Tom Brady fan.
You a Pats fan? You a Brady fan? What you repping over there? What you repping this year?
Listen.
Every year you know a new swag, a new bag.
Listen, the Pats not good this year. We know
how?
The Pats not gonna be good.
They don't have an offensive coordinator.
They have no.
The coordinator. I forgot.
Bill Belichick is calling the plays, bro.
They have Belichick.
No, you're right. No, you're right. I forgot their OC now. I forgot they don't have a play caller. I forgot they don't have a play caller.
It's dubs for us.
They didn't hire an offensive coordinator, bro. They have 2 defensive guys, a defensive guy and a special teams guy calling plays.
Damn.
It's dubs for us.
They're saying Mac Jones has regressed like a motherfucker.
This is the worst.
Nobody's developing him, bro. He's being developed by a defensive guy. Come on, it don't work.
That's the worst.
That's why I don't understand for the life of me. Why the fuck if you're the Chicago Bears, you give Justin Fields a fucking defensive coach? Why the fuck if you're a fucking I don't want to say the Jaguars or Trevor Lawrence, but still, like why are you giving these young guys Zach Wilson, defensive coach? That shit don't work. It never has worked ever in the league.
Who's the Jets quarterback?
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson's not good, bro.
I thought he didn't have a good year last year.
He didn't, but it doesn't help when you have a defensive coach,
what
bro.
we're trying to say is that
I don't think Sam Darnold is as bad as he looked because he was never developed properly.
Yeah, I don't think Sam Darnold developed properly, bro.
It's like saying there's a difference, right? When you had like Trevor Lawrence, at least because Trevor Lawrence is so good, it's like even though he has a defensive coach, at least because he's so talented, it's gonna be a situation where it's like, all right, you could see that if you gave him what he needed, he'd be different. But there's niggas that's like Mac Jones, where it's like he can't survive without an offensive coach because of the type of person that he is. He's literally one of those quarterbacks that literally needs to know the basics and he needs to know the fundamentals. If not, he's garbage.
You lived this same thing in your life through your playing days, bro. You know what I'm saying? You've seen it yourself. Imagine us having fucking. I love Al. Imagine him being our offensive coordinator.
I know what you mean. I get it.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. We need a motherfucker like Meanie who gonna bring the best out of everybody.
I get what you mean.
And the dude like Al that does defense brought the best out of y'all. Best defense we had in years.
Not facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why the Pat, like I had no faith for the Pats once I kind of realized that like Josh McDaniels lost. Like we lost him, and there was nothing else that you heard.
I think Bill doing it on purpose.
So you gotta ride the wave as a fan and wait till y'all get good again.
Oh no, of course I'm still
Ain't no
gonna
joke.
ride.
You're not a Bucks fan.
He's not gonna be a fan,
bro.
I'm still gonna ride the wave.
So Brady wins a chip.
I'm always gonna ride for the Pats.
I don't want to hear Bucks this, Bucks that.
But I'm always gonna be a supporter of Brady because
Bucks.
Brady's always going. We always think of Brady as a Patriot.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
all right, so Mills, if Patty goes somewhere else, you're not gonna follow him?
No, I am, but I'm not gonna be on the.
Let
me hear what. Can I finish what I'm saying? They didn't even let me finish. They didn't even let me finish what I was saying. I was gonna say yes, I'm gonna follow him, but I'm not gonna be rooting for the team he playing for.
But my thing
I'm gonna
was
still be a Chiefs fan.
No word.
Just
But
like when your favorite players from the Eagles left, you still an Eagles fan.
But my thing is, we knew the Pats wasn't going to the Super Bowl. So when when the Bucs was in the Super Bowl, who am I going to root for? I'm going to root for Patrick Mahomes.
Yes. Why not? Exactly. But you was repping the Bucs like you was from Tampa, my nigga.
Of course, because Bill Belichick did him dirty.
All right.
We'll talk about that next time because I have a theory about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that theory. I
have a theory about that.
I think he did him dirty.
Control thing.
I have a whole theory, and I think he's doing this shit on purpose.
Yeah, he's trying to prove a point.
I think they're about to be ass, and he gonna dip.
Oh yeah,
That's all.
this is it.
I think that's what's about to happen.
No, because my thing, you know what? Actually, I think we could touch it.
I think he's trying to stick it
It's
to
a whole
Robert
other
Kraft,
rabbit hole,
bro.
but
I think he's trying to stick it to Robert Kraft. Ever since the Jimmy G shit and Tom Brady shit went down a couple of years ago,
Everything's been weird.
Shit's been weird since then,
because Jimmy
bro.
G was supposed to be the guy,
and Bill wanted him to be the guy.
And my thing is now, look at it. Now, once you had Tom leave, he signs people that have hella big ass contracts that he's never done before.
Never done it before.
Never ever done. Josh McDaniels is gone. He brings back Pat Patricia. Everybody's like, now it's just like, It's like, it kind of just feels like, and now once he leaves, I'm like,
and we know Bill's always been the one that controls personnel, that controls everything. He said, look, it's time to move on from Brady. We drafted this kid in the second round. This is our guy. For Robert Kraft to then come in and then overstep Bill, he was done at that point. I think he's so good because he loves football, but I think like the end is near.
100%. I think it's either this year or next year.
The end is near.
Because I felt that too. Because I'm like, after last season, it kind of felt like, all right, like, what's Bill Belichick got left? And it's not to say he's not a good coach, but it's like, what does he want to do? Because it didn't feel like
he got nothing left to prove,
he didn't
bro.
feel like he had like a direction.
And it's like, yeah, I get it. Because like, yeah, Brady's nice, but I built this fucking team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I built this fucking team.
I developed all these Hall of Famers: Teddy Bruschi, Richard Seymour, Ty Law, Rodney Harrison.
All of them.
I can go down the list.
Yeah.
This is what I fucking did. And you gonna come in and tell me that I can't get rid of fucking Tom Brady? Right. I think it was a dub after that.
I think it was, but but his issue is that I mean, yeah, I guess I just kind of looked at it from the no, because I only look at it from a standpoint of like, you gotta understand is like, because of who Tom was and how he came up and what he did, it kind of felt like he very much embodied what Bill Belichick was about.
He did.
Up until the point where he tried to replace him with Jimmy G. And I think that when you look at it like that, it's because that's why everybody was so gravitated towards the Patriots. Like, Tom Brady's very much a friendly person that you can gravitate towards, and it's like, after Tom, it's like, who do you have now? Bill Belichick don't like talking to people. You know what I mean? It's like, who do you have on the Pats that's like, hey, like, can gravitate and bring the fans and the people for a respect factor? You don't have that. You know what I mean?
And I think it was just like, for Bill, probably, who's in charge here, me or Tom?
Right.
Who's in charge of the team? It's going to be one chief. That's what Lou always said. Going to be one chief.
That's facts.
Who's in charge of the team, me or Tom? I think that's what it came down to.
That's a fact. We'll get
But
into
I digress.
we'll get into next episode, the theory, all that stuff, and like everything else. We want to take a deeper dive into it. But that's all I got for episode 91. It was a solid episode.
Word.
It's good to be back.
Good to be back.
Good to be back. It's gonna be a good season on the road to 100. You feel me? It's crazy. We almost do 100 episodes. Thinking about where we started, but yeah, y'all on this journey with us. Like I always say, make sure y'all tap into what we got going on, whatever platform you're on. Subscribe, turn your notifications on for all new updates on everything we got going on with the podcast and everything going on with the network at hand. That's all I got for episode 91 of the Faces of the Future podcast. It's your boy Mills.
It's your boy Shan.
It's your boy, Mr. Moose.
Peace.